milk.com and click on DFA Mart and then on the picture of the Beaver store. That's DFA Cache Valley Cheese in Beaver.
For gas, snacks, and dependable service on your car or truck, visit Eagles Landing, Flying J, and High Country Chevron in Beaver. Mark Yardley and the staff offer convenience items, groceries, fountain drinks, sandwiches, and other goodies. You'll also find a full line of gifts and souvenirs, as well as your favorite gas and oil products. Stop by both locations at the North I-15 interchange in Beaver, High Country Chevron.
Sensitive, gentle, and personal service are all words that describe Beaver Family Dental. Dr. David S. Howard, Shanna, Shawnee, and Jody are committed to ensuring that you have teeth that look good, feel good, and last a lifetime. Beaver Family Dental invests time and money in staying up to date on all the latest procedures and techniques that can help improve your self-esteem and change the shape of your smile. Call 438-2931 or visit their new office at 55 North, 400 East in Beaver. Beaver Family Dental, where smiles begin. The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Doctors Noel Robinson, Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, physician's assistants Dave Menti, Travis Hicks, and Kenneth Hussey, and nurse practitioner Lindsay Cheney, Rebecca Rasmussen, and Wade Hallingshead. The Beaver Medical Clinic offers affordable health care and convenient payment options with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
Beaver Sport and Pawn has Southern Utah's largest collection of firearms, including new, used, and hard-to-find weapons. Beaver Sport and Pawn also has ammo, fishing and camping gear, tools, books, boots, antiques, and much, much more. As always, Beaver Sport and Pawn offers free advice on any subject. Come visit Beaver Sport and Pawn at 91 North Main in Beaver or call 438-2100. That's 438-2100. Beaver Sport and Pawn is happy to support Beaver High School athletics on the Beaver Sports Network. Go Beavers!
Beaver Valley Chevron and Dairy Queen team up to keep you and your vehicle running smoothly. Beaver Valley Chevron is a 24-hour AAA towing service and repair facility with top-quality Chevron gas. You'll also appreciate their newly remodeled modern restrooms and Eager Beaver touchless car wash that offers the newest in car wash technology. And, of course, stop in Dairy Queen anytime for a variety of meal deals and irresistible ice cream treats. Visit Beaver Valley Chevron and Dairy Queen at the I-15 South exit in Beaver.
The results are in. Beaver Valley Hospital is ranked number 1 in support of Beaver High School athletics. They also rank number 1 in providing first-rate health care at a reasonable cost and offer a full range of services, including emergency and inpatient support, home health, and even hospice. The hospital food is prepared fresh daily, and people even like it. Beaver Valley Hospital also has an outstanding long-term care facility that helps take care of your loved ones who could use some compassionate assistance. Beaver Valley Hospital, with a staff and doctors you can trust.
For experienced help when buying or selling real estate, Coldwell Banker Advantage of Beaver is a wise choice. Local real estate broker Gary Brown can assist you in residential, commercial, or recreational properties. Call Coldwell Banker Advantage Realty in Beaver, 438-7777.
Majestic Financial Services in Beaver is an accounting firm that offers payroll, income tax preparation, and bookkeeping services for individuals and businesses. For an accounting firm you can trust, call Majestic Financial Services in Beaver, 438-7777.
Dairy Farmers of America is a proud supporter of Beaver High School. For the very best at cheese products direct from the factory, visit the chalet at DFA Cache Valley Cheese in Beaver. They carry a nice selection of cheese, including fresh curd, cheddar, Monterey Jack, Swiss, and Colby. Stop in and check out their wide variety of cheese gift boxes and crafts, too. And they offer shipping. Visit their website at dfamilk.com and click on DFA Mart and then on the picture of the Beaver store. That's DFA Cache Valley Cheese in Beaver.
KSVC AM 980, the sports leader in South Central Utah, now presents another exciting high school football game broadcast. This sports broadcast is brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. And now, let's go live to the football field for play-by-play coverage on KSVC.
Good evening, football fans. Scott Langford, David Howard, and we're on the campus of Beaver High School. And it's a great playoff atmosphere tonight as the Beavers host the Enterprise Wolves.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's a great night. Perfect, no wind. beautiful fall evening, and great matchup for the final game of the year. Enterprise Wolves against Beaver Beavers. A lot of history going down there, a lot of rivalry, and a lot of good games going down to the wire. So we expect another one tonight, and ought to be good.
We certainly do. So we welcome you on KSVC, and this is the Snow College pregame, and Snow College is one of the nation's finest transfer institutions. You can find out more about Snow College at snow.edu. That's a great facility and a great campus, a great location, and a great education. Snow.edu. Find out more. We'll take our first break in our Snow College pregame. When we come back, we'll take a look at these two teams. There's playoff implications in the air tonight, and we'll be back after this.
For gas, snacks, and dependable service on your car or truck, visit Eagles Landing, Flying J, and High Country Chevron in Beaver. Mark Yardley and the staff offer convenience items, groceries, fountain drinks, sandwiches, and other goodies. You'll also find a full line of gifts and souvenirs, as well as your favorite gas and oil products. Stop by both locations at the North I-15 interchange in Beaver, High Country Chevron, and Eagles Landing, Flying J. Happy to support Beaver High School sports.
Hi, this is Len at Fish Lake Lumber Ace Hardware, where I'd like to welcome you to our new paint studio, where we offer Valspar, Clark & Kensington, and Royal paints for your painting experiences. Clark & Kensington is rated #1 in customer reports. We also have a new setup of paint sundry items to make your painting experiences as easy and fun as possible. I'd like to welcome you all to come out and check out our new facility.
Mike's Food Town in Beaver is proud to serve Beaver County with a wide selection of items at competitive prices. Mike's Food Town is your friendly hometown grocer with the choicest cuts of meat prepared daily. They also go the extra mile to offer the freshest produce on a daily basis. Stop by Mike's Food Town and you'll find out about the super savings in every department. That's Mike's Food Town, located at 270 North Main in Beaver. Happy to support Beaver High School's athletic and academic programs. That's Mike's Food Town.
Hunters and fishing enthusiasts love to visit Ray's 66B store in Beaver because it makes every excursion a success. You'll find everything you need, including an excellent variety of grocery items and snacks, top-grade Trop Arctic motor oil to help your car's engine last longer, clean-running Phillips 66 gasoline, and even diesel fuel. That's why Ray's 66 has been the only stop for any road trip. Ray's 66B store is open from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. 7 days a week at 290 South Main in Beaver. Happy to support Beaver High School.
Serving Beaver County residents and I-15 travelers, South Creek Shell in Beaver offers everything from a Burger King restaurant, gas and snacks, to fitting your vehicle with a brand new set of tires. South Creek Shell stocks a full line of dependable Michelin and Bridgestone tires with over 1,200 tires in stock. Whether you need a new set of tires, flat tire repair, pinpoint balancing, snacks, or gas, stop by the South Creek Shell at the South I-15 interchange in Beaver. South Creek Shell is a proud sponsor of Beaver High School athletics.
Service is important on any insurance policy, whether it's auto, home, life, or health insurance, and you can count on your Beaver area Good Neighbor State Farm agent, Brent Stapley, to give you the best service possible. Whether you have a claim or just need information about insurance, your State Farm agent is there with the Good Neighbor service we're famous for. See State Farm agent Brent Stapley in Beaver for all your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call 438-5451, 438-5451.
Sports, KSVC.
Welcome back to Snow College pregame. Scott Langford, David Howard, Walt Kirksick, and Jordan Langford on the camera tonight. And so it's going to be a little different broadcast. And we want to say hi to the eye in the sky, Scott McDonald, as he's unavailable tonight. So we'll be calling on Jordan Langford to do some sideline work.
Jordan Langford's got some big shoes to fill for the eye in the sky, and I hope he's got wings because the eye's able to move around pretty quick.
Yes, it is. Now, Snow College has assembled some of the best quality, most affordable, and flexible offerings in the online education world. Visit Snow online at snow.edu. It's the Snow College pregame, and Dave, let's take a look at these two teams. We talked about it in the intro. There's some big-time playoff implications on the line in this one.
Well, there definitely are. Coming down the last game of the season, both teams desperately need a win to get good placement coming in. You don't want to end up in that fourth-place spot coming into the region standings.
No, you certainly don't. Now, let's take a look at that. So the Beavers, the Wolves, are alone in second place right now with 4-1. They win, they clinch that second-place spot, and then Beaver and South Sevier. And if South Sevier defeats North Sevier tonight, which is highly likely, then the Beavers would drop to 4th. Still result in a home playoff game, as that would result in a matchup with either, the way it's looking, it would be Layton Christian to be the number 5 team, as the Grand Red Devils would take on the 3rd place team from the 2A North, which would be the North Summit Braves. Tough games.
Oh, definitely tough games, and you play all season trying to get this positioning, and it just gets tougher each game of the season. And as you come down the line, everybody fighting for it. This is as tough as it gets right now, and from here on out, it doesn't get any easier. Each game's going to get tougher each time.
Certainly does. Now the Beavers also could end up in 2nd place. Should they defeat the Wolves, there'll be a tie for 2nd, and if South Sevier defeats North Sevier, as expected, then it would be a 3-way tie for 2nd place, and the coin flip would ensue. Now, should South Sevier lose to North Sevier, Beavers would take that 2nd place spot.
Or they'd be tied with Enterprise.
Well, but with the win at home, that would be the tiebreaker.
That would be the tiebreaker.
Enterprise would drop to 3.
Okay.
So it's all and we'll watch that South Sevier North Sevier game. We're going to take a quick break in our Snow College pregame. When we come back, we'll take a look at these two teams a little closer and we'll look at the 10-year history, Dave. We'll be back after this.
Dairy farmers.
When you're in the mood for mouth-watering dishes prepared by the finest chefs in Utah, visit Timberline Inn in Beaver. For a family dinner outing or for a night out with that special someone, experience fine dining for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at Timberline Inn. Timberline also offers catering services for both small groups or large gatherings, and you can't beat their popular lunch and dinner specials offered daily. Timberline Inn is open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and located on the South I-15 interchange in Beaver. Call for catering 438-2474.
If there's a community improvement project in the works, you will usually find many of our employees in the middle of it, doing what they can to help out. They're hometown people, just like you. They belong to service groups, church groups, and other community service organizations that work to make the hometowns we serve better places to live. Utah Independent Bank, member FDIC. Hometown people, hometown spirit.
Sensitive, gentle, and personal service are all words that describe Beaver Family Dental. Dr. David S. Howard, Shanna, Shawnee, and Jody are committed to ensuring that you have teeth that look good, feel good, and last a lifetime. Beaver Family Dental invests time and money in staying up to date on all the latest procedures and techniques that can help improve your self-esteem and change the shape of your smile. Call 438-2931 or visit their new office at 55 North, 400 East in Beaver. Beaver Family Dental, where smiles begin. The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Doctors Noel Robinson, Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, physician's assistants Dave Menti, Travis Hicks, and Kenneth Hussey, and nurse practitioner Lindsay Cheney, Rebecca Rasmussen, and Wade Hallingshead. The Beaver Medical Clinic offers affordable health care and convenient payment options with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
Beaver Sport & Pawn has Southern Utah's largest collection of firearms, including new, used, and hard-to-find weapons. Beaver Sport & Pawn also has ammo, fishing and camping gear, tools, books, boots, antiques, and much, much more. As always, Beaver Sport & Pawn offers free advice on any subject. Come visit Beaver Sport & Pawn at 91 North Main in Beaver or call 438-2100. That's 438-2100. Beaver Sport & Pawn is happy to support Beaver High School athletics on the Beaver Sports Network. Go Beavers!
Beaver Valley Chevron and Dairy Queen team up to keep you and your vehicle running smoothly. Beaver Valley Chevron is a 24-hour AAA towing service and repair facility with top-quality Chevron gas. You'll also appreciate their newly remodeled modern restrooms and Eager Beaver touchless car wash that offers the newest in car wash technology. And, of course, stop in Dairy Queen anytime for a variety of meal deals and irresistible ice cream treats. Visit Beaver Valley Chevron and Dairy Queen at the I-15 South exit in Beaver.
Music is proud to offer the first four-year degree in the history of Snow College, a Bachelor of Music degree in commercial music. You can call 283-7472. That's 283, area code 435-283-7472 to find out more, or you can go to snow.edu. Again, welcome to tonight's broadcast. It's the Enterprise Wolves and the Beaver Beavers, and if you're watching the standings, 4-1 in league play for Enterprise, and then 3-2 for the Beavers. So, the Beavers would like to win this. It still allows a home game But the Beavers don't want to settle for 4th place. Well, they want to win.
The main reason, I mean, there's a lot of reasons. You got to have positive momentum coming into the playoffs and everything else. But the main reason is you end up in that 4th place. You get a home game, okay, you win through that. But then who do you meet? South Summit, the very next game. So it's not very pleasing taking that route. And
no, you really want that 2nd place.
You really want that 2nd place spot, so you don't have to have the state title.
Well,
game
and let's take a look at that. Let's say that the
next.
Beavers or the Wolves, either one, get that 2nd place spot. Then their 2nd game will be against either the 3rd place or the 6th place team out of the North. If they get the 3rd spot, they would take the North number 2, which is going to be Summit Academy.
Yeah.
So I mean, tough games either one, but you'd rather take the 3rd place team, which the North number 2 is going to be Summit Academy. So it's either Summit Academy or South Summit, and that's what we've got.
That's what it stands. Hey, you're going to take a state title, you got to go through everybody anyway. Now, but at the same time, you don't want to. Psychologically, you don't want the hardest ones first.
Let's talk about the ugly reality, though. Should the Beavers take the 4th position, they will travel the first game up to Camas and take on the South Summit Wildcats.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what it will be.
And we know how it goes at Camas. That's a tough place to play.
We certainly do. We'll take another break in our Snow College pregame. We come back, we'll have pregame coaches interviews with Coach Steve Hutchings when we come back.
The results are in. Beaver Valley Hospital is ranked number 1 in support of Beaver High School athletics. They also rank number 1 in providing first-rate health care at a reasonable cost and offer a full range of services, including emergency and inpatient support, home health, and even hospice. The hospital food is prepared fresh daily, and people even like it. Beaver Valley Hospital also has an outstanding long-term care facility that helps take care of your loved ones who could use some compassionate assistance. Beaver Valley Hospital, with a staff and doctors you can trust.
For experienced help when buying or selling real estate, Coldwell Banker Advantage of Beaver is a wise choice. Local real estate broker Gary Brown can assist you in residential, commercial, or recreational properties. Call Coldwell Banker Advantage Realty in Beaver, 438-7777.
Majestic Financial Services in Beaver is an accounting firm that offers payroll, income tax preparation, and bookkeeping services for individuals and businesses. For an accounting firm you can trust, call Majestic Financial Services in Beaver, 438-7777.
Dairy Farmers of America is a proud supporter of Beaver High School. For the very best at cheese products direct from the factory, visit the Chalet at DFA Cache Valley Cheese in Beaver. They carry a nice selection of cheese, including fresh curd, cheddar, Monterey Jack, Swiss, and Colby. Stop in and check out their wide variety of cheese gift boxes and crafts, too. And they offer shipping. Visit their website at dfamilk.com and click on DFA Mart, and then on the picture of the Beaver store. That's DFA Cache Valley Cheese in Beaver.
For gas, snacks, and dependable service on your car or truck, visit Eagles Landing Flying J and High Country Chevron in Beaver. Mark Yardley and the staff offer convenience items, groceries, fountain drinks, sandwiches, and other goodies. You'll also find a full line of gifts and souvenirs, as well as your favorite gas and oil products. Stop by both locations at the North I-15 interchange in Beaver, High Country Chevron, and Eagles Landing Flying J. Happy to support Beaver High School sports.
Hi, this is Len at Fish Lake Lumber Ace Hardware, where I'd like to welcome you to our new paint studio, where we offer Valspar, Clark & Kensington, and Royal paints for your painting experiences. Clark & Kensington is rated number 1 in customer reports. We also have a new setup of paint sundry items to make your painting experiences as easy and fun as possible. I'd like to welcome you all to come out and check out our new facility.
Mike's Food Town in Beaver is proud to serve Beaver County with a wide selection of items at competitive prices. Mike's Food Town is your friendly hometown grocer with the choicest cuts of meat prepared daily. They also go the extra mile to offer the freshest produce on a daily basis. Stop by Mike's Food Town and you'll find out about the super savings in every department. That's Mike's Food Town, located at 270 North Main in Beaver. Happy to support Beaver High School's athletic and academic programs. That's Mike's Food Town.
School sports action on KSVC.
Welcome back to the Snow College pregame. Scott Langford here with Beaver coach Steve Hutchings. And Coach, tonight's a big game tonight with the Enterprise Wolves. Kind of a battle for second place right now.
Yeah, it's a big game. It's the last game of the season, and it's come down to this, and so hopefully we can battle with them. And they're a great team and very well coached, and so we'll have a tough one tonight.
What are going to be the keys tonight's game to a Beaver victory against Enterprise?
Well, the keys for us right now are just playing our game and not getting taken out of it. I think that if we need to play better defense, obviously, and that's the big key for us tonight.
And so in this game tonight, we look at it, barring a miracle, should Beaver pull up off a defeat against Enterprise Wolves, most likely a three-way tie for second place, which results in the infamous coin flip.
That is correct. Hopefully we could win the coin flip as well.
Well, and tonight's game against Enterprise Wolves, real big. Are the kids up and understand the implications of this one?
I think they do. I think looks like we're kind of focused in here, so hopefully that'll help us out.
All right, good luck in tonight's game, Coach.
Thanks.
All right, we'll send it back to the studios for these messages.
Service is important on any insurance policy, whether it's
Hunters and fishing enthusiasts love to visit Ray's 66B store in Beaver because it makes every excursion a success. You'll find everything you need, including an excellent variety of grocery items and snacks, top-grade Trop Arctic motor oil to help your car's engine last longer, clean-running Phillips 66 gasoline, and even diesel fuel. That's why Ray's 66 has been the only stop for any road trip. Ray's 66B store is open from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. 7 days a week at 290 South Main in Beaver. Happy to support Beaver High School.
Serving Beaver County residents and I-15 travelers, South Creek Shell in Beaver offers everything from a Burger King restaurant, gas and snacks, to fitting your vehicle with a brand new set of tires. South Creek Shell stocks a full line of dependable Michelin and Bridgestone tires with over 1,200 tires in stock. Whether you need a new set of tires, flat tire repair, pinpoint balancing, snacks, or gas, stop by the South Creek Shell at the South I-15 interchange in Beaver. South Creek Shell is a proud sponsor of Beaver High School athletics.
Service is important on any insurance policy, whether it's auto, home, life, or health insurance, and you can count on your Beaver area Good Neighbor State Farm agent, Brent Stapley, to give you the best service possible. Whether you have a claim or just need information about insurance, your State Farm agent is there with the Good Neighbor service we're famous for. See State Farm agent Brent Stapley in Beaver for all your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call 438-5451, 438-5451. When you're in the mood for mouth-watering dishes prepared by the finest chefs in Utah, visit Timberline Inn in Beaver. For a family.
Oh, come on, Beaver fans. It's Landon Burke, son of Todd and Stephanie Burke. We also have Peyton Radden, son of Brandon, and the birthday girl, Jeanette Radden. Hey, on the count of three, everybody, let's say happy birthday to Jeanette. 1, 2, 3. No eye contact for Jeanette. Gideon White, the son of Larry and Renee White. We're happy to see Gideon White on the football field. Also not in attendance tonight, but a senior contributor as well, Anthony Terry, son of Brian and Susan Terry. Just a real quick note from the football team, from the seniors. The football team would like to thank our coaches, the announcers, scorekeepers, camera crew, chain gang, Don Evans on the cannon, Robbie Bradshaw for painting the field, managers, Paul Eliason, cheerleaders, drumline, our families, and all of our fans. Thanks for your support. Ladies and gentlemen, your Beaver High School seniors.
Welcome back to Beaver High School. Dave Howard, Scott Langford here. We're just moments away from kickoff, and it's about time. The butterflies are starting to turn in the stomachs of all the players. They know how big this game is, and they're ready to go. Scott, we talk about how big this game is, and let's talk for a minute about the 10-year history of this game.
Yeah, this has been a rivalry. Not necessarily a friendly one all the time, especially on the football field.
I don't know when it's ever been friendly between these two. But Beaver,
coaches are friendly.
Beaver does maintain the lead at 6-4, having won some of those games, but very close. Let's go back to 2004, where Beaver squeaks out a win 14-7 over the Wolves. The next year they followed it with a 32-19 win. And then a third year in a row in 2006, 27-14 over the Enterprise Wolves. Now that next year, where the balance tipped in Enterprise's favor, went to overtime, Scott, to take that game.
Yeah, it certainly did, and that was one of those ones the Beavers expected to win easily, and down in Enterprise, the Wolves nipped the Beavers.
Oh, yeah, and I remember that very well.
Yeah,
and,
we do.
It was not pretty.
No.
And the Wolves come out 12-6. And the next year, Beavers got reprisal and came back, beat them 26-7, which is a good thumping. Following that, 2009, Enterprise comes back with a 29-26 win over Beaver on a field goal.
We're going to take a short break and present the Star Spangled Banner. We'll be back after this.
Beaver. In Beaver.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We'd like to thank the BHS drill team.
Welcome back to the Snow College pregame. Scott Langford, David Howard, and it's the Beavers hosting the Enterprise Wolves. Dave, we kind of got surprised with the national anthem. I wasn't ready, and I kind of cut you off. But let's finish that 10-year history between these two teams. It's a great one.
It came down from that far corner in the end zone where it's never come before.
Kind of surprised
That was
us.
different. Okay. We can deal with that. All right, so we talked about the 2009 score where Enterprise squeaked out a win with the field goal, 29-26. Okay, the next year, 2010, Enterprise comes back with a big thumping 42-20 over the Beavers. 2011, Enterprise again, 23-13 win, and then Beaver swung the pendulum back in their favor 2012 with a 54-7 thumping of the Enterprise Wolves. After that, 2013, another thumping 45-22. That brings us to tonight's game, 2014, where we'll see where the pendulum swings and who comes out the winner of this big rivalry this year.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. Now, tonight's game, actually, by most experts, they consider the Enterprise Wolves the favorites in this one, as they steamrolled. If you look at their record over the season, they steamrolled South Severe 48-0, and that's a team that defeated the Beavers last week.
Yeah, South Severe is a very definite tough team, and they're hard hitting this year. I've never seen them hit that hard. But, the Beavers, Scott, if you look at the stat-wise, offensively, the Beavers are doing much better than they've done in past years. But just mistakes, penalties, defensive mistakes has really cost them some games this year.
It certainly has. And, tonight's game, I got to tell you, being on the field doing the coach's interview, the Enterprise Wolves are huge. I mean, they're bigger than the Beavers.
You just look at them across the field, they look pretty big.
Yeah, the captains are not as big, but I'm telling you, this is a big group of people. If we take a look at some of the stats for both the Beavers and the Wolves, for the Beavers, it's the passing and running of Matthew Roberts, Dylan Smith, and Brennan Hutchings. And they carry most of the load offensively for the Beavers. And for the Enterprise Wolves, they're a running team, but it's Kelton Hunt, number 35. And Hunt is listed 165, looks quite a bit bigger, but he's one of the state's premier rushers. He's knocking on 1,000 yards.
Well, the Hunts have produced some great athletes over the years, and Kelton definitely not short of any of that athletic ability. Is he can get it done on the field. Don't give him an open lane because he'll be gone.
Well, and Michael Dougherty, number 3.
I thought he graduated 3 years ago.
There was another one. And so Dougherty also a good running back for the Enterprise Wolves. In the passing department, not a lot of passing, but 50 attempts by Brandell Shumway. And he averages about 17 yards per completion. So when he throws it deep. His primary receiver is Ricky Ramos, another player that we're familiar with.
Yes, and Ricky Ramos has the speed, and that's been one of the Achilles heels for the Beavers is that deep pass. So they'll have to look to hold Ramos up as he does have the speed in the hands to bring that in.
Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast on KSVC 103.7 in the Beaver area. And Enterprise wins the toss, elects to defer to the Beavers, and so Beavers will take the ball first as we start tonight's contest in the 2A South region. And with some playoff implications, the Beavers have struggled a bit on defense, Dave. And tonight's no break for the Beavers as they face a potent running attack in the Enterprise Wolves.
Yes, they do. Up the middle, they're pretty good. At that Canyon View game, they really got burned up the middle on the run. And then since then, they've been pretty solid up the middle defending that.
Yeah.
But when they get that passing, that deep passing, coming across on a slant or a long deep pattern, it's been a tough challenge for them this year.
No, it certainly has, Dave. I agree with you. And, the Beavers have got to find a way. It's the off-tackle stuff that has been a little bit of the problem, kind of the outside linebackers, not sliding on that edge.
Well, and another big key offensively is going to, they've been coming through the A-gap a lot and hitting Matthew Roberts quite a bit. And he's going to have some time to throw that ball if the Beavers want to keep a balanced game.
Yeah, he certainly will. So it's senior night here at Beaver High School. Scott Langford, David Howard, Walt Kirksick. Now, I hope you enjoyed the Snow College pregame. You can find out a lot more about Snow College at snow.edu. And Dave, as we mentioned, it'll be Ricky Ramos who will kick off first for the Wolves.
Back to receive, Trey Young.
I wonder if they'll start off with an onside kick.
And you wouldn't surprise me.
No, the kick is deep, and it's going to go near the end zone at the 4-yard line, and it's Young on the left side. Following a wild blockers, nice hole up the middle. He's going to go across near midfield. He's going to get out to the 48-yard line before he's tackled by number 7, Jake Jones.
Well, and that's the way you want to start things off, and he got some great blocking. Some of those sustained blocks for nearly 6-7 seconds really helped him get that yardage, and a great run by Trey Young.
Yeah, so it starts at the 49-yard line, which is a great place to start. So field position on nice blocking and a great return by Trey Young. Matthew Roberts. Now 2 receivers right, 1 left, and only Smith in the backfield. So a little different look for the Beavers on first down. Handoff up the middle. No, Roberts keeps it. He pulls himself. He's got good blocking and good room. Breaks a tackle. He's going to get it out 15 yards, 16 on first down.
Well, and that's classic Matthew Roberts. Gets out in the open. Tackler comes up, and he just lowers his helmet and runs over the top of him for an extra 3 yards.
So from the 49 all the way down to the 34. So that's 17 yards on the carry. Is that right, Dave?
That is correct.
So first down for the Beavers in Wolves territory after that first play. Ball's on the 34-yard line of Enterprise. Roberts now taking time. Roberts hands off to Smith up the middle. Not a lot there, and he's not going to get much. Maybe some inches on the play. It'll be second down.
Yeah, if he's lucky, he'll get a foot out of that as Enterprise was all over that from the start. Plugged that middle up, and Smith had nowhere to go.
Well, we talked about it, but that defensive line for Enterprise is enormous. Some big players in there.
Pretty big.
So it'll be Bergstrom in and Young out. It's second down and 10. So after 17 on first down, no gain on second, and it's second and 10. Fels and Bergstrom split left. Hutchings in the slot. Hutchings rolls, and he's going to give it. Oh, Roberts keeps himself. And another great play by Roberts. He's going to get big yards, first down yardage inside the red zone at the 19-18-yard line.
Well, that was a great call by Roberts as he was going to give that up to Smith and then saw the change in the defense, so he pulled it back out and just ran behind him, using him as a blocker. That was a good call there by Roberts.
16 yards on the carry. So already the Beavers with 33 yards rushing on 3 attempts And the Beavers in the red zone at the 18-yard line. It's first down and 10. Two receivers right, Fales and Young. Beavers look for the play from Coach Hutchings. Beavers going no huddle. Roberts fakes a handoff. Oh, does hand off to Smith. Smith, nice job breaking a tackle. And it's hard to follow. That was a great fake.
Yeah, that was a great fake. And Smith that time was able to get some yardage, get some steam rolling before he was hit, and plows ahead for about 7 yards, 6 yards, we'll call it.
So 6 yards on the play for Smith. It's second down and 4. Just a reminder, players of the game, Dave, coming up after this one.
Mike's Food Town's going to offer a DiGiorno pizza to the player, the defensive player of the game, and Dairy Queen of Beaver will give a value meal for that player who puts forth an outstanding effort.
Second down, 4 yards to go. It's a long 3, short 4, however you want to call it. 2 receivers left. Lone setback is Smith behind Roberts. Roberts keeps himself, pitches out to Hutchings. Hutchings lucky to field that one. He's going to go down, lose yardage, but credit Brennan Hutchings with saving a fumble.
Well, yeah, credit him for saving a fumble, but, if ifs and buts, if that would have been pitched out in front of him, he had a good head of steam going. You might not have seen him until he crossed the end zone.
Yeah, credit Enterprise as they hit Roberts as he went to pitch. He had nowhere to go, kind of threw it backwards. So now it's a third down and 9. The ball's back at the 18-yard line.
So Beavers lose 5 on that, and be a big third down call here for the Beavers.
I put -7, -5. Roberts rolling to his right, has a receiver wide open. Smith picks up a block. Roberts will get the first down.
Yeah, he did a great job getting outside far enough where he could get the first down before he was hit. They did bring him down short of the end zone, but not before he picks up a huge first down for the Beavers.
Yeah, the ball's down at the 7-yard line, I believe. So let's call it the 6. So how many yards on that carry?
11 yards on that one.
11? So 11 yards on the carry, and it's first and goal for the Beavers. And so far, it's been the quarterback on the option. And I gotta say, he had a man wide open, but last week they had an illegal player downfield, and that might have been one of those. The Beavers shift their line. And Roberts does a quick handoff to Smith up the middle. Smith not going to get much. He'll gain a couple.
Yeah, he gets drugged down from behind and then piled on from the rest of that huge line of Enterprise. Smith trots a couple of yards closer.
So only 1 yard on the play. Ball's at the 5. So it'll be second goal from the 5. Young in, Bergstrom out. Isaac Wallen, the defensive cornerback on the left side. Right as you're facing. And then Ramos on the left. Safeties are Connor Phelps. We'll get into it in a minute. It's a handoff up the middle. Smith. And Smith's going to get near the goal line. Oh, he moved back. And it's going to be a gain of 2 on the play.
Gained 3 and got thrown back 1.
Yeah.
So Smith with another tough run, pounding it out. Inches closer, just 3 more yards to go.
So a gain of 2. It's third down, 3 yards to go for the Beavers. Third and goal. And once again, Bergstrom comes in from the sideline. And typically you have receivers in and out, but you have Bergstrom and Young who switch off and bring the play in from the sideline. So here it comes, folks. It's third down and goal from the 3. 7 minutes left in the first. No score. First possession for Beaver. Roberts with the handoff up the middle. Smith. And he's going to get a good head of steam. He's going to get near the goal line, but he's going to be a little short and brings up decision time for the Beavers. It's 4th and goal.
That's credit the big lineman there. It was Travis Dougherty, and he saved him from crossing that goal line.
So it'll be 4th and goal, and the Beavers, they keep their offense on the field. This will be a big down for both teams. And the Beavers in their run formation, I formation, Smith and Hutchings. Here's 4th and goal. It's a handoff to Smith. Smith, Roberts follows, and he is not going to get in, I do not believe. Touchdown, no. He's going to call it no good, and he's going to get near the 1, but no gain on the play. It'll be a goal line stand for the Enterprise Wolves.
Just couldn't quite cross it. Enterprise stacked up that line, and those big boys prevented that touchdown.
10 plays in that drive, and the Beavers come up empty, and they do get 50 yards on the ground. 10 rushes for 50 yards, and Enterprise starts on their own 1. So the Beavers turn it over on downs. And Dave, frustrating end to a great drive.
That was a great drive, and just, yeah, it's really frustrating. Get in the red zone and get down that close, just inches away. Can't quite get it in. So see what they do defensively, see if they come up with some extra energy to try and force the safety.
So the quarterback, Brandell Shumway. The Beavers, looks like the Beavers are going to jump off sides, and that'll be 5 yards of penalties for the Wolves. That takes them out of an unfortunate situation.
Yeah, that's exactly what Enterprise wanted, and that gives them the safety cushion, 5 yards there. These are the kinds of mistakes we talked about that have just been troublesome all year for the Beavers.
Well, all year long, it's been, you know, little costly penalties at inopportune moments. This will be first down and 5 yards to go. Shumway hands off up the middle. Not a lot there. The Beavers hold that one. And had they been able to have that at the 1, might have been a safety.
That would have been close to a safety, yep.
No gain on the play. Wouldn't have been a safety. It was close, though. So Enterprise back up the line. Shumway with a 2nd and 5. Shumway hands off around the left side. Some good pursuit by the Beavers. Not a lot of room there, but there's going to be a gain of 2 or 3 on the play. It'll be third down.
Yeah, third down is Brendan Hutchings is over there to meet him right away.
So gain of 4, third down and 1. As we mentioned, the Enterprise Wolves primarily a running team behind Hunt. And I believe was Kelton Hunt?
That time it was not. It was Michael Dougherty that time. The first time it was Kelton Hunt.
So it's a third down and 1 for the Beavers. Enterprise trying to get their first down. It's a handoff up the middle. And not much there. And the Beavers might have held him without a gain on the play, and they did. It'll be fourth down at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Kelton Hunt that time and Brendan Hutchings met him right at the line, wrestled him down, and was able to prevent him from getting that first down. Huge tackle there by Brendan Hutchings.
Well, and already, Dave, we see two big stands as both teams hold each other, and now the Enterprise Wolves get set to kick.
You know, last week with South Sevier, it was a defensive stand to begin the game, and then the Rams just ended up being the defensive power throughout the game, and that's what won it for them.
So back to kick is Jake Jones for Enterprise. Jones will kick it. Oh, beautiful punt. Comes over. It's going to go out of bounds outside the 45-yard line. That's where Beaver will take over, 1st and 10, Dave, and still good field position, and it'll be right at midfield.
Yep, right on the 45, right in front of us, and they, you know, just almost as good, just 4 yards farther back than they had to start last time. So, you know, they're going to mark it right at the 50. You're right, it came out right at the 50. So that's actually 1 yard closer than they started the last drive. So, you know, as disheartening as it was not to be able to score on that last one, they're not in any worse shape.
So the Beavers start over. Again, no score yet, 4:32 left in the first. And it's Beaver hosting Enterprise. And in that drive, 3 plays, 4 yards with a penalty for 5, and they ended with a punt. So now it's Matthew Roberts back on the line of scrimmage. Ball right on the 50. Roberts looks over for the play call, an I formation. Roberts hands off to Smith. Smith on the left side trying to get the gap. Can't quite get it. He's going to gain a couple. And then it'll be a 2nd down and long.
Well, he had a great block going with Branston Blackburn leading the way, and then he went off left of him, and Branston went right, and so he went the opposite way of his blocker, and Enterprise able to come around and pick up, hold him short 1 yard.
Gain of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Haven't seen a pass from Matthew Roberts yet. So far it's been all run. 11 plays, 11 rushes, and now back to pass. Roberts under pressure. Nice block by the lineman. Passes away off the hands of the receiver, and it'll be incomplete.
Now that's something you rarely ever see.
Yeah, almost never.
Pass straight to Branston Blackburn and through his hands. That just doesn't happen. He's got the honey hands. He catches anything that's near him, and that time I think he got just a little too excited.
I think he was looking downfield. He was open.
Saw that open green grass and let it go through.
Still no score. 3:56 left in the first. And the Beavers with a 3rd and 9. The ball's right at the Enterprise 49-yard line. Roberts under center. Fakes hands off to Smith. Smith near first down yardage, and he might have reached forward. I still think it's going to be 4th and short for Beaver.
He might have bounced forward, but I agree with you, Scott. I think he's about 13 inches short.
Connor Phelps with the tackle for the Enterprise Wolves. It'll be 4th down and inches, and again, Dave, decision time for the Beavers.
Well, I think you got to go for it here.
I think so too. We'll see if they do a quarterback sneak or try to run off tackle. They've got the big muscle, number 73, under there for the Enterprise Wolves. That's Jose Alvarez, and it's 4th and 1 now for the Beavers. Both teams have had 4th down opportunities. Both turned away so far. This will be the 3rd in a row. Roberts hands off to Smith. Smith plows ahead. He's going to get first down yardage on this one. It'll be a first down for the Beavers, but only a gain of about 2.
Just a simple dive off right tackle, and that's all he needed. He just dove for the ground just enough to get the first down, and just what he should do, and picks it up. Beavers, again, with a new set of downs on the roll.
Not a lot of extra there.
Not where they spotted it.
3:08 left in the first. The Beavers back in business. 1st and 10 on the Enterprise 40-yard line. 2 receivers right, that's Hutchings and Fails. Young to the left, lone setback is Smith in the backfield. Roberts under center. Roberts fakes a handoff. He keeps it himself, and he's going to go down in the backfield.
Well, he wanted to keep it himself, and Smith pulled him down with him.
That's one of those where
couldn't get his hands out.
Yeah, there's times where you could see Roberts trying to pull the ball and couldn't do it. As a result, no gain on the play.
Yeah, they have to have a secure handoff, so you can't be lazy hands, and sometimes you just get stuck in there.
They certainly do. 2nd down and 10. 2 receivers right, that's Bergstrom and Fails. Slot back is Hutchings, in the backfield Smith. Roberts fakes a handoff, keeps himself. He's not going to get much either. Maybe no gain on that one.
Nope.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Credit Kelton Hunt as he comes around from behind, grabs Roberts, and by the time he was ready to run, he was already wrapped up.
Yeah, you can see the dive so far. It'll soften up, and we've seen that in many of the games. The dive softens up the outside stuff. But right now it's a 3rd down and 9. Gain of 1, Dave?
Gain of 1.
Gain of 1 on the play. So rushes in this one.
On the last 3 downs have been a combination of a gain of 1.
Yeah.
by about 7 inches
in the series. 1-8-1-0-1. So not much. Roberts in the shotgun. Snap is back. Fakes a handoff to Young. Roberts under pressure, and he's going to get sacked. Yep. And not much there. And you got to credit number 73, Jose Alvarez. And then number 3, Jake Smith. Jake Jones, no, that's actually Michael Dougherty. And it's a loss of 3 on the play.
Yep, great coverage there by Enterprise, and they do force a loss. So Beavers will have to consider another 4th and goal, or 4th and go for it, or punt it, and looks like they're going to go for it.
And
nope,
punt
they're going to
formation.
They back up and punt.
Back is number 3, Dougherty for Enterprise. Roberts with a kick, and it's going to go to Dougherty, taken at about the 10-yard line. Dougherty going to his left, and he's going to get hit by several Beaver defenders, and it'll be the Enterprise Wolves with the 1st down and 10.
Yeah, Dougherty had a little green to go, but that closed up quite quickly by the Beavers.
So 19-yard line will be the starting position for the Enterprise Wolves. No score here at Beaver High School with 42 seconds left in this first quarter of play. So it'll be the Enterprise Wolves coming to the line, trying to establish some momentum on their second possession. In the first possession, it was a 3 and out for the Wolves, and now they look to establish some. So it'll be a handoff over on the left side quickly to Jones. Jones around the end, that Dougherty, and he's got about 15. Make it longer as he cuts back again and again. Missed tackles by the Beavers. Dougherty goes for big yardage.
Yeah, Dougherty gets a big run out of that. A little shifty runner cutting back and forth, and Kelton Beechin finally able to catch up to him, bring him down.
32 yards for Dougherty on that one. He brings into Beaver territory all the way down to the 49-yard line.
That's the biggest play of the day for either team.
Now Enterprise in Beaver territory quickly. Under 25 seconds left in the first. Still no score, but Enterprise on the move. Shumway hands off up the middle. Not a lot there, but a good surge at the end gives about 3 yards.
Yeah, Kelton Hunt getting some big blocks, and he just keeps slowly surging forward.
And that'll do it for the first quarter of play here from Beaver High School. No score after 1. Enterprise in Beaver territory when we come back.
If there's a community improvement project in the works, you will usually find many of our employees in the middle of it, doing what they can to help out. They're hometown people, just like you. They belong to service groups, church groups, and other community service organizations that work to make the hometowns we serve better places to live. Utah Independent Bank, member FDIC. Hometown people, hometown spirit.
Sensitive, gentle, and personal service are all words that describe Beaver Family Dental. Dr. David S. Howard, Shanna, Shawnee, and Jody are committed to ensuring that you have teeth that look good, feel good, and last a lifetime. Beaver Family Dental invests time and money in staying up to date on all the latest procedures and techniques that can help improve your self-esteem and change the shape of your smile. Call 438-2931 or visit their new office at 55 North, 400 East in Beaver. Beaver Family Dental, where smiles begin.
Action on KSVC. No score yet from here from Beaver High School. Scott Langford, David Howard. It's the Enterprise Wolves and the Beaver Beavers in motion for his Wallen. Handoff up the middle. And a good tackle there on the shoestrings.
Well, Kelton Hunt slips and falls, and Matthew Roberts is just more than happy to help him back down.
Gain of 2 on the play. Once again, big thanks to Walt Kirksick on the camera and computer, and then Jordan Langford on the sideline camera. And, of course, Statman Dave, my constant companion. It's 3rd down and 5 Enterprise at the 11:35 mark of the second quarter. No score. Shumway under center. Shumway with a handoff up the middle, and there's going to be first down yardage. Hunt goes forward, and he's going to pick up a first down. Gain of 10 on the play.
Yeah, 9. Trey Young finally brings him down. Otherwise, he was gone. 9
yards. They just exploited the good blocking by the Enterprise offensive line that takes the ball down to the 35-yard line. Is that 9 yards?
That is.
All right,
first down.
First down 10. Ball at the 35 of the Beavers. Enterprise with it. Shumway hands off around the right side. That's Dougherty. Dougherty cuts back in, and he's going to get a couple. There's going to be a flag on the play, and this one it looks like they're going to call a hold.
You know, the interesting thing is a hold, but I think it was the Beaver that would help.
Yeah. See what the call is.
See how that comes out, because that was kind of funny. I saw it.
Personal foul.
Oh,
blow to the head. Oh, against the Wolves.
Oh, against the Wolves.
I'm going to have to rewatch this play. Again, you can watch this on the Beaver Sports Network, local10.tv. You can watch the Beaver game. So 15-yard penalty against the Wolves.
That's huge.
And it's a blow to the head. We'll see if we can get
it's a blow to the ego, too. Blow to the momentum.
And can't really see it, but anyway, it's a big blow to the momentum. Davis takes it all the way back to the 49-yard line. So the Wolves have to get to the 25 for a first down.
And makes it 24 to go.
1st and 24. 10:47 left in the half. No score. Beaver Enterprise. We're in the fourth drive of the game. Enterprise with it. Shumway with a quick pitch. And he's going to be taken. Beautiful tackle by number 32. That's Radden.
Radden just said, he saw that coming. He said, no way.
So on the last play, did Hunt pick up any yards?
Yeah.
How many?
He got 2 yards. No, he got 1 yard. And
1 yard, then the penalty.
And then the 15 penalty.
And so that was a minus 3 yards. And on the play by the freshman Radden in the game. And there's Shumway out to pass on the right side. He's got some room, but not any receivers. He's going to go, and he'll be tackled beautifully in the open field by Dylan Smith.
Dylan Smith, great open field tackle. Not letting him get anywhere.
6 yards, though, on the carry. So it'll be 3rd down and 20 yards to go as the ball's on the 45. And so they're going to talk about, covering the pass on this one. Might be 4 down territory in a little while.
Well, it
but
was
a definite
for the Beavers.
Passing situation. So now for the Wolves, be number 87, Bradley Clegg comes in.
I'm sure if they pick up half of this, they'll go for it on 4th down.
Ramos split to the left, Shumway under center. Expected pass. Shumway hands off up the middle, and a big hole for Hunt. Oh, nice open field tackle. He had some room and a full head of steam.
And Bergstrom able to hang on to him. It was interesting. Beavers' defense did a shift to the right. He went back to the place where they shifted from. So he picks up a few yards, but Bergstrom able to catch up to him.
7 yards on the carry, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
It'll be 4th down and 14 yards to go. The ball's at the 48, and they do have a punter in. Now 2 players go back, and they do send one back. And there's going to be a timeout on the field. We'll take it as well. Enterprise wants it, and we'll be back.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Doctors Noel Robinson, Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, physician's assistants Dave Menti, Travis Hicks, and Kenneth Hussey, and nurse practitioner Lindsay Cheney, Rebecca Rasmussen, and Wade Hallingshead. The Beaver Medical Clinic offers affordable health care and convenient payment options with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
Beaver Sport and Pawn has Southern Utah's largest collection of firearms, including new, used, and hard-to-find weapons. Beaver Sport and Pawn also has ammo, fishing and camping gear, tools, books, boots, antiques, and much, much more. As always, Beaver Sport and Pawn offers free advice on any subject. Come visit Beaver Sport and Pawn at 91 North Main in Beaver or call 438-2100. That's 438-2100. Beaver Sport and Pawn is happy to support Beaver High School athletics on the Beaver Sports Network. Go Beavers!
4th down, Enterprise calls the punt off, and it's a handoff up the middle. Oh no, pass. Shumway throws a deep ball. No chance for that one, and that one Enterprise will turn the ball over on downs.
Yeah, Shumway gave it everything he had, and he threw it right out of bounds at the corner of the end zone. So Beavers able to hold and get themselves out of trouble on that drive.
60 yards, 57 yards on that one, on that drive on the ground. No yards there. We haven't had a single pass completion yet in this one, Dave.
No, not yet. Both teams just running it out and burning clock.
So the Wolves with 8 plays actually 9 plays with the pass. So 9 plays, 57 yards. And at the 8:32 mark, it's going to be the Beavers. 5th possession of the game, no score. 8.5 left in the first half. Roberts back to pass. Not a lot of pressure, but a wide open receiver is Brennan Hutchings. Hutchings catches it and turns to go. He's tackled, but not until he gets inside the Wolf territory at the 27.
Yeah, you wanted a completed pass, and there you have it, and it's a big one. The Beavers cross midfield and into Wolf almost to the red zone as they get down to the 23-yard line. Big pass play there by the Beavers. 35 yards on the pass from Matthew Roberts to Brennan Hutchings, and had he been able to hit Hutchings in stride, that might have gone. Yeah, if he hadn't to wait for it, I agree with you. He'd have been gone to the house. Ball's at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, 8:15 left in the half. Beavers with it. Pitch out the left side to Smith. Smith on the left side. There's going to be a hold on this one, so it doesn't matter what happens. As Smith drives ahead, this is going to be a penalty on the Beavers, I'm guessing. I'm guessing I'll agree with you. It's going to come back 10 yards. And we'll see what the call is. As we see the referee holding on the Beavers. That was dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Yep. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty. Beavers, instead of 1st and 10 on the 28, will go. That takes the ball all the way back to the 38. Looks like the 38-yard line. So unless they lose a couple more in the spot. 37. They gained a yard. Yeah. So no gain on the play, just a 10-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 20. The ball on the 38-yard line. Roberts under center, back to pass, rolling to his right. A little bit of pressure, but not bad to Fales. Fales cuts back. He's going to get a few extra yards, and he's going to get punished. And there'll be a flag on the play, and that goes from the 38. We'll see what happens. It might have been a little finger and a face mask there, just a mild variety. Yeah, size head turn. So 7:53 left in the half. Just a reminder, it's the Southern Utah University halftime coming up here in 8 minutes of game time. Low to the head against the Wolves. That's 15, not 15 yards, is it? That's another helmet to helmet. Is it a 15-yard penalty? Yeah, that's a 15-yarder. So that'll take the ball down inside from the 38. The ball was at the 25, so it's a 13-yard pass reception for Fales. So just like that, the Beavers pick up 48 yards in passing. And that's going to take the ball all the way down, Dave, to about the
Well, let's see where they spot that ball at the 12-yard line. So the Beavers in the red zone again.
Yep, they'll be in the red zone with the first down and just on the 13-yard line, 12-yard line there. So Beavers with a lot of momentum on this drive, see if they can capitalize.
Yeah, they don't. That penalty doesn't cost them this time. They've got the ball on the 12. Roberts under center, split backs, Young and Smith. Motion for Hutchings. And it's Roberts to the right side, good protection. And Roberts had a pass open, and Roberts is going to lose yardage, and he had a receiver open, couldn't find him, and it'll be a second down after the sack.
He had several receivers open, and I don't know why he didn't just throw it out of bounds. He just took that hit and lowered his head and took it.
And he paid for that one, as he's going to lose about 7 yards. Call it 6, Dave?
Yep, close to 6. They got it on the 18, so that would be 6 from the 12.
So it'll be second down and 16 now. The Beavers can get a first down, but they'd have to get down inside the 5. So officially the first down, we'll have to see. Split to the right on the second 17. Roberts hands off up the middle, and it's going to be Hutchings with an inside reverse, and nice gain on second down. Brings up 3rd and long.
He gains back what was lost +1. So good run by Hutchings, but that little mishap there is kind of put him in a hole.
So 12 yards on the carry, takes it down inside the original line of scrimmage at the 11. So it's 3rd down and 9. 6:48 left in the second quarter. Still no score from Beaver High School. It's the Enterprise Wolves on defense, and they stiffened up the first possession of the game. We'll see about this one. Roberts back to pass right. Good protection by the Beaver offensive line. Roberts, and going to be a hold call, and it's going to be a touchdown reception for Fales, but
it's coming back.
This is going to be coming back on the hold.
Hold it. I'm in charge.
And yet again on the Beavers, and we saw this last week. We saw a hold, and maybe that's why it's such good pass protection. But Roberts, all by himself, had plenty of time.
Yes, he did. Tons of time, and he hasn't seen that a lot this season. He was able to find a receiver, seek out Fales, and found him good. Made a good pass, but unfortunately, that one's going to come back.
So big penalties for both teams on this drive, and it takes the ball all the way back out to the 24, Dave.
Ooh. Scott, that was 5 yards deep on the hold. So that ended up being a 15-yard penalty.
It did. So I guess it was 4 yards in the backfield. And that's going to leave it 3rd down and 21 now for the Beavers. 6:31 left in the second. And the Beavers' mistakes killing them. We saw it as they led Enterprise out of a hole in the first quarter, and now the Beavers back to pass. It's Matthew Roberts, 3rd and 24. Roberts with a wide open receiver on the side, and it's going to be Fales, but a nice play by the defensive back of the Wolves, and knocks it away.
Yeah, hand it to Ricky Ramos as he bats that ball out of Fales' hands. Fales had it for the touchdown, and he just knocked it to the ground wisely.
So now it's 4th down, probably out of field goal range. That'd be a 41-yard field goal. The Beavers will go for it on 4th down. Not a lot of ground to gain. And credit the Beaver offensive line. Roberts has had pretty good protection.
Yeah, he's had some great protection tonight. And, the one hit he did take, he wanted it.
So another passing down for the Beavers. 4th down and 18, and another possession that's going to go to 4th down. Hutchings in motion. It's Roberts back to pass, facing a blitz. Some pressure there. The ball is loose. Hutchings almost there. Oh, just outstretched fingertips. And credit the rushing by number 52, Zach Koopmans, and the Beavers turn it over on down.
Well, it was as good as you could get. Just maybe 8 inches too far in front of Hutchings, but the play was executed well and just couldn't quite make the connection.
So 2 for 4 on that drive. The Beavers with 48 yards through the air and 6 yards on 2 carries in that drive. And the Enterprise Wolves have the ball for the 6th possession of the game, and they have the ball on the 24-yard line. Shumway under center. Hands off on the side. That one goes to Dougherty. Dougherty cuts back in. It's going to get a few yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, Dougherty made a good cut. Was able to get some yards out of it, but then Matthew Roberts hits him and gets some help from his teammates.
5 yards on the carry. Time short, 6 minutes left in the second. The Beavers they've knocked on the door twice, turned away twice, and that one by mistakes.
Yep, unfortunate. It's been mistakes all year.
So split to the right is Ramos. Shumway under center, split backs behind him. It's Hunt and Dougherty. Slant pass, and it's going to be caught by Ramos for a first down from the 29 all the way out to the 44, 43.
That was an extremely well-executed play. Ramos got the jump on Fales on the inside. Fales was stuck with him wisely and was there for the tackle when he received it, but there was no way you could defend that perfectly thrown ball.
There'll be a first down and 10 at the 5:26 mark of the second quarter. Still no score on the Southern Utah University halftime. We'll take a look at scores around the state and keep an eye on that South Severe, North Severe game. And it's Shumway with a handoff up the middle to Hunt. Hunt is going to get about 3 yards on first down.
And Ty Stratton there again for the tackle for the Beavers.
Here's from Grand. It's San Juan 14-0 over Grand in the first quarter.
Wow.
It's actually in the second. A little closer than expected. So it's second down 7 here. 4:45 left in that first half. Still no score. In motion. It's a handoff up the middle to Hunt. Hunt's going to get not anything at all. Gain of 1 or 2 on the play. He fell forward or it would have been no stop. Good job by Hunt to keep those legs moving.
Yeah, he was pounding it and got some teammates to tip the balance of gravity there for him to get a yard or 2 out of it.
2 yards on the carry. Brings up third down and 5, 4:19 and counting in the second quarter. And a big defensive and offensive spot. This one is really for momentum. The Beavers hold, forces a punt situation. And we'll see if they go for the slant again.
Oh, that's going to help.
Now Enterprise with a mistake, offsides. False start on the Wolves.
Yeah, false start as he was going. He's 3 yards across, and that'll make it now a 10-yard try, which is much harder for third down conversion. So the Beavers with a little advantage on this mistake, and those are just the drive killers, Scott. Beaver killed themselves in their drive last time with some costly holding penalties. Now Enterprise returns the favor.
So it's third down, 10 yards to go. And passing situation for Enterprise. We'll see if they pass it. Shumway back to pass, look at his right, throws a deep ball, there's no one there, and it's going to be Brennan Hutchings with the interception.
There's someone there, and it was Brennan Hutchings. He tracked that down over the shoulder, just kept running for it like he was a wideout and was able to bring it in.
So the Beavers take over, and the defense holds. This has been a defensive battle so far, though the Beavers have had opportunities in the red zone, just comes up empty so far.
Yep, just empty-handed, and continues to be a huge defensive battle.
So for the Wolves, 3 rushes for 10 yards on the possession, and 1 pass, 1 out of 2 for 14 yards. And it'll be Beavers starting on their own 25-yard line. Roberts back to pass, has a receiver open in the middle. That's Blackburn. Blackburn breaks a tackle, and he goes forward for the 25 to the 45. That's a 20-yarder for Matthew Roberts.
Yeah, Matthew Roberts, that's the coy part of Matthew Roberts. Is he just kind of slowly stride, letting the Enterprise defense catch up to him, thinking they're going to have something, and then turns around and throws backwards, cross grain to Branson Blackburn. Makes a great completion. Huge first down for the Beavers.
Appreciate Dave Erickson for giving us the score updates from the San Juan Grand game. Thanks, Dave. Glad to have you along on the broadcast. He's watching from Moab. So Roberts in the shotgun, hands off up the middle. It's going to be Bergstrom, I believe, or Young. And it's going to be a gain of a couple on the play. It'll be second and long.
Bergstrom gets gang tackled.
So taking a look at the 2A South. Not a whole lot of football tonight. There's actually only San Juan Grand Enterprise Beaver tonight. I actually thought the other teams play, but it's South Severe at North Severe tomorrow night, Dave. Gain of 2 on that one, and it's second down. Pass out in the flat to Hutchings. Hutchings makes a nice move, goes for the sideline. He's going to dive for the first down marker. He's going to be very close. And he'll have a short 3rd and 1.
That was a great little juke by Hutchings as he was going to be hit. Just takes a step back right as he catches the ball and then rushes forward to close to the first down marker.
7 yards. The Beaver fans very upset about the spot. Timeout on the field. We'll take it as well. 3rd and 1 when we come back.
sensitive,
Beaver Valley
gentle,
Chevron and Dairy Queen team up to keep you and your vehicle running smoothly. Beaver Valley Chevron is a 24-hour AAA towing service and repair facility with top-quality Chevron gas. You'll also appreciate their newly remodeled modern restrooms and Eager Beaver touchless car wash that offers the newest in car wash technology. And, of course, stop in Dairy Queen anytime for a variety of meal deals and irresistible ice cream treats. Visit Beaver Valley Chevron and Dairy Queen at the I-15 South exit in Beaver.
School Sports, KSBC.
Scott Langford, David Howard, Jordan Langford, and Walt Kirksick saying hi to the eye in the sky. Scott McDonald, who's with us remotely. 3rd down and 1 for the Beavers. 2:14 left in the half. No score, Dave, as this has been a mistake-prone defensive battle.
Yeah, yes, it has been some great defensive plays. Been a few big plays busted out by each team, but not enough to complete a goal-scoring drive. So both teams just battling it out back and forth on the field.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. And the Beavers with a big 3rd down play. Line shifts to the right. Roberts hands off up the middle. Smith, easy 1st down yardage and more. And credit Phelps with a good tackle, or Smith would have gone for a ways.
Yeah, Smith was going, and little Phelps was able to trip him up.
7 yards on the carry for Smith. And the clock continues to run. 2:10 left in this first half. Still no score. Ball on the 39-yard line after that 7-yard rumble by Dylan Smith.
And rumble and tumble as he tumbled over the top of Phelps.
Fail split to the right. Under 2 minutes now. Roberts back to pass under heavy pressure, and he's going to go down from behind. He's going to lose 6 on the play.
Well, Kelton Hunt on a blindside blitz, and it was a good one as he just surprises Roberts from behind.
Another timeout. We'll take a 30-second and be back with the final plays of the second half after this.
The results are in. Beaver Valley Hospital is ranked #1 in support of Beaver High School athletics. They also rank #1 in providing first-rate health care at a reasonable cost and offer a full range of services, including emergency and inpatient support, home health, and even hospice. The hospital food is prepared fresh daily, and people even like it. Beaver Valley Hospital also has an outstanding long-term care facility that helps take care of your loved ones who could use some compassionate assistance. Beaver Valley Hospital, with a staff and doctors you can trust.
By-play coverage of local high school sports. KSBC.
1:46 left in the first half, and it's the Beavers with the ball facing a 2nd down and 16 after the sack. And we watched it back on the replay, and no time for Matthew Roberts on that one.
None at all. He's scrambling from the start and going the other way. He didn't see that one coming either.
Well, we talked to Enterprise is sending the blitzing. That was the blitz from the safety. And now it's 2nd down and 16. Roberts back to pass, has good protection this time. Complete, and a hook and ladder to Hutchings. Hutchings is going to go for the 1st down.
That'll be a penalty.
And no flag on the play. That was a tackle by the helmet. A little surprised.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call that, as he horse-collared him, grabbed his helmet, and then smashed it in the ground.
So, Dave, how many yards on that pass play? It's down to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it was on the 45, so it was 20 yards.
40 yards?
20.
20 yards? So another 20-yard pass completion. Roberts back to pass. A big face mask on that one. They got it, and they're going to stop the clock. Not intentional, but Roberts kind of ducked, and that's going to be a 15-yarder.
Yeah, that's definitely going to tack on some penalty yards.
So we'll see what the call is.
Personal foul.
Personal foul, face mask. That'll be a 1st down. Now Enterprise with a mistake, and really, Dave, we've seen some pretty big mistakes by these two teams.
Yes, we have, and both killing drives and helping the other drives. So
does that count as a rush? Because it's 15 yards at the end. So is it no gain on the play?
Well, if it counts, it does. It counts as a 5-yard loss.
5-yard loss.
15-yard penalty.
And then the 15-yard penalty will take it near 1st down yardage. We'll see if it's actually a 5-yard loss or if it's.
That'll be a 1st down. Beaver takes over on the 10-yard line.
So it is a 1st down. So 15 yards on the penalty. No, it's not a 1st down. They're gonna reset that. That's what I was wondering. It looked like it was going to be just slightly short of the 1st down. Now there's 1:26 left in the half. 1:27. And so it'll be 1st and 1.
I thought the personal foul was automatic 1st down.
No, it's only 15 yards. Not an automatic 1st down anymore. So it's 1st down and 1. And it's 1:27. So time a little tight, Dave. but the Beavers wouldn't mind using all the clock as Enterprise gets the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, they need to get a score on because you're right. Enterprise does get the ball to start the second half. So a minute 17, Beavers got to do something here.
Well, this is the third foray into the red zone for the Beavers, and so far 0 for 2. So it's a big one for Beaver. Roberts under center. Takes the handoff, pitches to Hutchings. Hutchings with a nice block on the outside, and it's going to be Hutchings inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. First down, and it'll be 1st and goal for Beaver.
Yeah. Smith blocked the guy to the inside for him, and Hutchings cut to the inside right into him. If he'd gone on the outside, he'd had a few more yards.
Would have. The ball's at the 9, so how many yards on the carry?
That was 6 yards.
6 yards on the carry. The Beavers in the hurry up. And it's Roberts passing to his left, has Smith open. Smith is going to catch it for a gain of about 7 on the play near the goal line. And it's under a minute left. I don't think there's any timeouts. The Beavers in a hurry up. No timeout on the play. And we'll keep it here, Dave, as that ball is a 7-yard, 8-yard pass completion down to the 1.
That was an excellent catch by Smith, as that was a well-thrown ball, perfectly thrown because it was thrown over to the outside where the defender couldn't reach it. But at the same time, that makes a big stretch for Smith, who's running out that way, coming over his shoulder to make that catch. And he stayed focused on it, was able to bring that in. That was impressive.
Well, 4 for 4 on the drive for Matthew Roberts. Passes of 20, 7, 20, and then 8 yards. So the Beavers 4 for 4 in this drive. Not a lot on the ground, though. 2 sacks and then 3 rushes for about 15 yards. So it's been all through the air.
Well, it's taken that, and they have been able to complete it with some penalties to advance them, and now they're down there again in scoring position. They got there right away in the first quarter. Couldn't get it across the goal line, Scott, as that big Enterprise line stiffened up.
So it's 2nd and goal, and the ball's on the 1-yard line. And the Beavers have been turned away twice in the red zone. And the Beavers want to avoid a penalty on this one. 2 receivers to the right, Smith and Bergstrom in the backfield. Roberts under center. Roberts rolling to his right, and he's going to run it. It looks like, he is going to throw it. It's going to get knocked down, incomplete.
A little roughing the passer.
So 35.2, clock stopped on the incomplete pass, goes back to the 1. And you got to credit the Enterprise defense on that one, as they're really, I think Roberts was going to run it, but there just wasn't a whole lot of open.
Yeah, I agree. They rallied very well on that one.
And the Beavers have struggled on the run right up the middle this last little while. So the Matthew Roberts, I formation. Hands off to Smith. Smith goes in for the touchdown.
That time Smith gets some big blocks there by Lim and Burke, and he rumbles in for a touchdown.
So 32 seconds left in the half, and the Beavers finally on the score after their 3rd trip into the red zone. It's 6-0 with the extra point coming by Keaton Fales.
Well, that's a hard-fought 6 points. Fight the whole first half to get that. Beavers got to be really happy at this point.
It's only 5 yards on the ground. Here's the extra point. It is up and good. It's 7-0, Dave, with 32 seconds left.
Now, if they can just play some good special teams and get safely into halftime, they'll have some good momentum coming out.
So on that drive, Dave, it was Roberts' arm that time, because 5 rushes for 5 yards, but through the air, 47-55, 4 for 5 for 55 yards.
So Roberts gets it done through the air that time, and a few penalties to help him out. And Beavers finally put together and complete a very well fought out run.
So and 7-0 our score, 32 seconds left. Now the Beavers trying to avoid the dreaded kickoff return.
No, I didn't want to say it, but I just said special teams would be a really good time to play well this time.
And special teams have been a little inconsistent at times this season.
You watch the kicker. He's going to be the first one down there.
Probably so. He better make the tackle, because he's the safety valve.
You think?
Okay, Fales back to kick. 7-0, the Beavers will score. 32-yard line, 32 seconds rather. And it's I believe it's number 3, and he's going to be inside. You got to credit Kelton Beecham as number 3. I thought he was going. Michael Dougherty.
He was gone. Kelton Beecham saved the day. He was gone. I don't know where Kelton Beecham came from, but out of nowhere, Kelton Beecham throws him to the turf.
That line, Dougherty, he was the only player that had a chance, and he made that tackle. So 25.4 seconds left. And we'll see if Enterprise takes a stab at the end zone. Shumway under center. In motion is Dougherty. No, not Dougherty. That's going to be Wallen. Wallen around the right side. He's got a big hole. He goes around the corner, and he's got even more space, and he's going to go all the way, Dave. 50, 60 yards. No, he stepped out of bounds at the 30.
Stepped out at the 30. Boy, that's the
40
type
yards. 40 yards
just
on the
don't
carry.
want to see. And you knew it was there. You knew the potential was there.
So he stepped out at the 31. That's 30 yards on the carry.
Let's see.
It was at the 40.
32. That's
So
28 yards.
28 yards. So all of a sudden, Enterprise in just a couple seconds.
Now they got time for 2 throws at the end zone.
He certainly does. Only 14 seconds left, and he was gone had he not done that. Now there's having a discussion right at the 32-yard line. And they're going to talk to the back judge. I believe they're checking the clock. They're going to say the clock ran during the run.
After the tackle, because the clock didn't know he stepped out of bounds. So they're trying to figure out what time he stepped out of bounds.
That'd be my guess. Just a reminder, it's the Southern Utah University halftime, and we'll take a look at stats and more.
But the back judge, that's his job, is to watch the clock. Now, I'm guessing that he probably doesn't know, because nobody really knew he stepped out of bounds except the side judge, who called him back after he'd already crossed the end zone.
Very possible. How many yards on that rush, Dave?
That was 28 yards.
28 yards. So they've got 14 seconds, and they're going to reset the clock. No, they're going to leave it at 13.9 seconds. And obvious passing situation for the Wolves. They'll have a couple of attempts at it. There's 13.9 seconds. 18 seconds. They put on 4.1 seconds. That's a long time.
That makes 3 throws at the end zone. Easy.
So,
if not 4.
18 seconds left. Shumway under center. Shumway back to pass. Has a quick receiver on the right side. And he dropped it, incomplete.
It was looking good, but he just took off without it.
So 13.5 now. So basically we're back to where we were before.
0.4 seconds,
just that
less
much,
than what we had in the first. So.
Just that much run off. Well, almost 5 seconds. 2nd and 10. The ball's at the Beaver 32-yard line. Enterprise will get the ball to start the second half. They're down 7-0 to the Beavers. Beavers 3 trips into the red zone, only scored on one of those opportunities. It's 2nd down and 10. Split to the left is Ramos. Shumway back to pass, looking to his right, rolling under pressure, and he's going to get hit. He's going to escape. Yep. No, he goes down, and the ball's
down by contact. Down by contact. Gideon White throws him down hard.
And that's a big sack, and that'll end the first half of play. The Beavers finally come up. They finally score. No, they're going to say there's time on the clock. So they are going to put time back on the clock. So not yet, folks. There'll be one more play.
Seriously.
So that's a loss of 10 yards on the play. That does not help the rushing totals. So it'll be 3rd down. And we'll see how much time they do put on the clock. They might.
6
seconds on the clock.
Wow, that was generous. Wow.
That's pretty interesting.
Wow.
So that's already and Enterprise takes a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break and be back at the end of the second half after this.
For experienced help when buying or selling real estate, Coldwell Banker Advantage of Beaver is a wise choice. Local real estate broker Gary Brown can assist you in residential, commercial, or recreational properties. Call Coldwell Banker Advantage Realty in Beaver, 438-7777.
Majestic Financial Services in Beaver is an accounting firm that offers payroll, income tax preparation, and bookkeeping services for individuals and businesses. For an accounting firm you can trust, call Majestic Financial Services in Beaver, 438-7777.
You're listening to Utah's sports leader, KSVC.
Welcome back. 6 seconds left in this one. It's almost halftime. Right now, the Beavers up 7-0. And nearest we can figure, Dave, the Enterprise coach must have called a timeout as soon as the player was sacked, and that would account for the 6 seconds.
He must have called the timeout about 6 seconds before he was sacked.
So it's a loss of 10 on the play again?
It was loss of 10 on the sack. Yeah.
Okay. So Shumway now will go back to pass again. Handoff up the middle to Hunt. Hunt with a hole, but you got credit. I got to see who was holding on.
No.
And they're going to say there's 0.5
Braxton
seconds.
Blackburn.
So this is the half that
0.5 seconds. Are you kidding me? Really?
So the half will not end. That's a gain of 5 on the play. This is pretty. That's just the best time management I've ever seen. We've had 32 seconds left, and we've run 5 plays, and there's still one time for one more stab at the end zone. And Enterprise would love to tack one on at the end of this first half. They're down 7-0. And just a reminder, we'll have the Southern Utah University halftime after this. And that's about right as I watch the replay back on the Beaver Sports Network. Just a reminder, you can watch this with the KSVC feed live on the Beaver Sports Network afterwards, local10.tv if you want to see some controversial plays. We've got Jordan Langford, Walt Kursick on the camera computer, and we hope you're enjoying tonight's radio broadcast.
Yeah, we sure appreciate him. Walt does an excellent job over there managing the board, and Jordan's a good spirit out there on the field.
So they're going to kick a field goal as Ramos, he's got a pretty good boot on him. We'll see if Ramos can do it. It'll be a 52-yard field goal attempt, and not any wind. It's on the right hash. This will be exciting to see. Ramos.
Yeah, if he makes this, I'll tip my hat.
And the kick is up. It looks far enough.
Oh, just short.
Just short.
Just short.
And you got to give credit to Ricky Ramos. That was a field goal, no good. But the Beavers escaped that first half with a 7-0 lead. Could have been worse for the Enterprise Wolves had Beavers scored. It's the Southern Utah University halftime when we come back.
Dairy Farmers of America is a proud supporter of Beaver High School. For the very best at cheese products direct from the factory, visit the Chalet at DFA Cache Valley Cheese in Beaver. They carry a nice selection of cheese, including fresh curd, cheddar, Monterey Jack, Swiss, and Colby. Stop in and check out their wide variety of cheese gift boxes and crafts, too. And they offer shipping. Visit their website at dfamilk.com and click on DFA Mart, and then on the picture of the Beaver store. That's DFA Cache Valley Cheese in Beaver.
For gas, snacks, and dependable service on your car or truck, visit Eagles Landing Flying J and High Country Chevron in Beaver. Mark Yardley and the staff offer convenience items, groceries, fountain drinks, sandwiches, and other goodies. You'll also find a full line of gifts and souvenirs, as well as your favorite gas and oil products. Stop by both locations at the North I-15 interchange in Beaver, High Country Chevron, and Eagles Landing Flying J. Happy to support Beaver High School sports.
Don't stop.
punt after a penalty, and the Beavers punted. Then the Enterprise Wolves marched it down to the 19. They did have one opportunity in the red zone. No, they didn't. They went down and they turned it over on downs as well after the penalty. Then the Beavers turned it over on downs, another fourth down opportunity. There was 3 of those. The Beavers did convert 1. And on the next possession, the Enterprise Wolves turned it over with the interception, and that interception was by Brennan Hutchings, and that gave the Beavers the ball. And then the Beavers made them pay finally with 30 seconds left in the half, 7-0.
7-0 as Smith marches off right tackle into the end zone and gets the score for the Beavers. And that's your halftime score, 7-0. Enterprise with an exciting last-second comeback and add a few more a couple times and give them a few more tries. But field goal comes up 5 yards short from Ricky Ramos.
10.5.
It was online. It looked good, but
it did. But just a little short. So Southern Utah University halftime, an education designed to give you a memorable experience. Look into Southern Utah University and experience more. That's SUU.edu. We'll take a break in our Southern Utah University halftime, and when we come back, we'll have stats with Statman Dave and a whole lot more. Stay tuned.
Give it up for the cheerleaders. If I could get Brandon Barnes down on the field for the punt, pass, and kick.
Hi, this is Len at Fish Lake Lumber Ace Hardware, where I'd like to welcome you to our new paint studio, where we offer Valspar, Clark & Kensington, and Royal paints for your painting experiences. Clark & Kensington is rated #1 in customer reports. We also have a new setup of paint sundry items to make your painting experiences as easy and fun as possible. I'd like to welcome you all to come out and check out our new facility.
Mike's Food Town in Beaver is proud to serve Beaver County with a wide selection of items at competitive prices. Mike's Food Town is your friendly hometown grocer with the choicest cuts of meat prepared daily. They also go the extra mile to offer the freshest produce on a daily basis. Stop by Mike's Food Town and you'll find out about the super savings in every department. That's Mike's Food Town, located at 270 North Main in Beaver. Happy to support Beaver High School's athletic and academic programs. That's Mike's Food Town.
Hunters and fishing enthusiasts love to visit Ray's 66B store in Beaver because it makes every excursion a success. You'll find everything you need, including an excellent variety of grocery items and snacks, top-grade Trop Arctic motor oil to help your car's engine last longer, clean-running Phillips 66 gasoline, and even diesel fuel. That's why Ray's 66 has been the only stop for any road trip. Ray's 66B store is open from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. 7 days a week.
David Howard, it's a Southern Utah University halftime. You can experience more learning, growing, maturing, hiking, dancing, and living. You will experience more at Southern Utah University. And Dave, the Southern Utah University, just a great institution, a great education at a great price.
Yes, and a lot of kids have gone through there, and it's we really appreciate Southern Utah University for their sponsoring the halftime show. They've sponsored it for a long time, and it's a great institution, and we really appreciate them.
Yeah, with the exception of one drive, it's kind of been mostly Beaver in this one, and the Beavers with, we'll probably show that on the stat sheet. They lead 7-0 on the Southern Utah University halftime. We've got about 6 minutes till the kickoff or third quarter action. But, Dave, tell us what you see in the stats.
Well, I see a pretty good battle on the field. Beaver's winning the stats in the air, and the Enterprise Wolves winning the stats on the ground. And then penalties, I think those last few penalties that Enterprise committed really hurt them and gave Beaver the advantage to complete that drive, because up until that time it was pretty back and forth.
Certainly was. And, as we watch these teams, we talk about the back and forth games with the Enterprise Wolves, and those two are quite the show. It's 7-0 as we have the Southern Utah University halftime, and it's deer hunt weekend. If you're watching online, you can see my deer hunt hat.
And you can see mine's not here because I didn't get a tag.
Oh,
I got looked over.
Well, we can't go after the DWR on this one, but right now it's 7-0. Dave, why don't you run down the stats for us?
Well, I will. I'll run right out to the field and get them. So Beavers with, as we talked about, 101 yards through the air, and Enterprise with only 13. Beavers 64 yards on the ground, and Enterprise with 95. Beavers, Scott, have 18 first downs. Between the penalty first downs and their pass and run first downs, 18 first downs, Enterprise 9. So in the stat sheet, Beavers just a little bit in the advantage area.
Double up, plus some of the plays for the Enterprise Wolves have gone further, and the Beavers have been grinding it out, play by play.
Exactly. So we have a few. Dylan Smith with 30 yards on the ground. Matthew Roberts, 24. Brendan Hutchins, 8. And Michael Dougherty, 40. He leads all rushers tonight. Kelton Hunt, 31. And Isaac Wallen, 28 yards on that big one run.
Well, and you both I believe it was Dougherty and then Wallen had a full head of steam as they took that ball and they turned that upfield, and for the Enterprise Wolves, they were excited for a moment.
Well, they were really excited, and they had reason to be, as it looked like he was going to the end zone, and called back as they said he stepped out of bounds on the 32-yard line. So otherwise, he was to the house before they stopped him.
Certainly was. So total yards for the half, Dave, 165 for the Beavers and 108 for the Wolves, and that's kind of explains the 7-0 score.
And there you go. And the Wolves will have the ball as they start the second half, so they'll have a chance to immediately equalize. We'll see what they do and what Beavers defense comes up with.
All right, we'll take a short break in our Southern Utah University halftime. We'll be back after this.
Serving Beaver County residents and I-15 travelers, South Creek Shell in Beaver offers everything from a Burger King restaurant, gas and snacks, to fitting your vehicle with a brand new set of tires. South Creek Shell stocks a full line of dependable Michelin and Bridgestone tires with over 1,200 tires in stock. Whether you need a new set of tires, flat tire repair, pinpoint balancing, snacks, or gas, stop by the South Creek Shell at the South I-15 interchange in Beaver. South Creek Shell is a proud sponsor of Beaver High School athletics.
Service is important on any insurance policy, whether it's auto, home, life, or health insurance, and you can count on your Beaver area Good Neighbor State Farm agent, Brent Stapley, to give you the best service possible. Whether you have a claim or just need information about insurance, your State Farm agent is there with the Good Neighbor service we're famous for. See State Farm agent Brent Stapley in Beaver for all your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call 438-5451, 438-5451. When you're in the mood for mouth-watering dishes prepared by the finest chefs in Utah, visit Timberline Inn in Beaver. For a family dinner outing or for a night out with that special someone, experience fine dining for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at Timberline Inn. Timberline also offers catering services for both small groups or large gatherings, and you can't beat their popular lunch and dinner specials offered daily. Timberline Inn is open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and located on the South I-15 interchange in Beaver. Call for catering 438-2474.
If there's a community improvement project in the works, you will usually find many of our employees in the middle of it, doing what they can to help out. They're hometown people, just like you. They belong to service groups, church groups, and other community service organizations that work to make the hometowns we serve better places to live. Utah Independent Bank, member FDIC. Hometown people, hometown spirit.
sensitive, gentle, and personal service are all words that describe Beaver Family Dental. Dr. David S. Howard, Shanna, Shawnee, and Jody are committed to ensuring that you have teeth that look good, feel good, and last a lifetime. Beaver Family Dental invests time and money in staying up to date on all the latest procedures and techniques that can help improve your self-esteem and change the shape of your smile. Call 438-2931 or visit their new office at 55 North, 400 East in Beaver. Beaver Family Dental, where smiles begin. The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Doctors Noel Robinson, Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, physician's assistants Dave Menti, Travis Hicks, and Kenneth Hussey, and nurse practitioner Lindsay Cheney, Rebecca Rasmussen, and Wade Hallingshead. The Beaver Medical Clinic offers affordable health care and convenient payment.
Complete coverage of local high school sports on KSBC.
Do you remember the year they ran the cheerleader? Scott Langford, David Howard. It's the Southern Utah University halftime. And at SU, you have a curriculum deliberately built to focus on your experience. Go to SU.edu to find a whole lot more. And we got 3 minutes till the kickoff of the second half. And it's 7-0 for the Beavers. And again, 3 trips into the red zone, only 1 score. You got to credit the great defense by the Enterprise Wolves. And but the Beavers, you know, we talked about it before the game, Dave. The Beavers struggling on defense the last few games, but you know, knock on wood, so far tonight they've been pretty solid.
Yeah, definitely. Defense has come to play tonight, and they've done a great job. They've had some, you know, excellent challenges from Enterprise. It's a great team, and they've made some stabs at them. Beavers have met the challenge so far tonight. See how they do in the second half. See if they can hold that 7-0 lead.
You know, one of the interesting things of this game, Dave, as we take a look at it, 4 times we had 4th downs, and 1 for 4. The Beavers convert 1 of those 4th downs. Enterprise with 2 failures. The Beavers, yeah, it was the Beavers with 2 failures and Enterprise with 1. So it's been down to the wire, and it's a very closely contested football game.
Very closely, and we talked about it. The stats show it, score shows it, and it's been seen on the field. So I think second half, Scott, you got to look at mistakes. I think penalties are going to be key in this second half, and turnovers. You know, whatever team's going to hold on is just going to have to be the cleanest team in the second half to take this win.
Hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast on Mid-Utah Radio as they follow the Beavers all season long in all the sports. Appreciate their sponsorship, and also on the Beaver Sports Network, Local10.tv. Appreciate Centricom for assisting us in showing these games. Just a reminder, you can watch and listen to these broadcasts on YouTube after the game, so forever. So it's the way it goes. So,
okay, well, as long as the power's up, it's there.
Now it looks like the Beavers and the Wolves will it looks like the referee saying he wants 3 more minutes on the clock.
3 more.
And trying to see what they're deciding to do.
He wants 3 more minutes.
We'll see. We'll let them work it out. Right now, both teams preparing for the second half kickoff. They've already put 3 more minutes. And so here's the thing I don't understand, Dave.
Why they always put 3 more minutes, and then the one time they threw a flag?
Why do we pretend there's like, well, that was actually after the 3 minutes. That was the 10 minutes or the 15 and then the 3 more. I mean, that's what they did. But I just don't understand, you know, it's just, why don't they just leave it 3 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 or whatever?
I would like to answer that for you, Scott, but I just don't have it.
You don't have it either.
No, there's no answer here.
All right, so as we begin second half action, hope you enjoyed the Southern Utah University halftime. Again, it was 18 first downs for the Beavers, 9 for the Wolves. 165 yards for Beaver, 65 on the ground, 101 through the air. For the Wolves, it was 95 rushing, 13 passing, and it'll be Keaton Fells set to kick off. It's the Beavers 7, Enterprise 0 as we start the third quarter. It's Fells with a low kick and taken at the 7. And it's taken by Dougherty. Dougherty drilled by the kick return team. And that's the kicker.
I told you.
That's not a good thing.
I told you he'd be the first.
Say what you want. That's not a good thing. Great play, however, by Fells.
Oh, and he drilled him hard. You know, I told you. I asked him about that the first time he did that. And he told me that the time before that, he was the last one. He got through everybody, and when he went to attack him, he got through him, and he was so upset that the next time he was going to be first.
First down, 10 yards to go,
think he's
ball at the
gotten over it
26-yard line. Wallen, and it's going to be a handoff to Hunt up the middle. Hunt with a good gain on first down. He's going to get about 5 yards.
And Smith and White on the tackle after a 5.5-yard gain.
So we'll call it 5. It'll be second down and 5. Enterprise down 7-0, just underway in second half action. Only one other game at San Juan at Grand. They're up 21-0 at half. Ramos split to the right. Shumway under center. And it's a pitch quickly over to Daugherty. Daugherty gets first down yardage, and he's going to get about 7. Well, we'll see where they mark it. It kind of went backwards a little bit.
Well, after the whole team piled on him, it went backwards, yeah.
Is that a gain of 6 on the play?
Daugherty 6 and hit by Brennan Hutchings.
So a gain of 6 on the play. It'll be first down and 10. First down of the second half for the Wolves as they look to establish some offensive momentum. And it's a pitch out the left side to Wallen. Wallen trying to pick his way. He's not going to get much.
Nope.
As the Tice Radden out there with Matthew Roberts and Tavin Fales on the tackle. Gain of only 2.
Yeah, they weren't having that.
Wallen couldn't use that speed and get going. We've seen him just like jet out of that backfield a few times.
He's got the speed, and if he gets in the open field, you're not going to catch him, as we saw last time.
Second down and 8. 10:30 left in the third. It's 7-0 Beaver on top. Enterprise with the ball on their own 40-yard line. Shumway under center. Split backs behind him. Shumway with a long snap count. And it's going to be head off to Daugherty. Daugherty with not much there. Great defensive play by the Beavers. There'll be a gain of about 1.
Yeah, Matthew Roberts comes in, hits him hard and hits him low. And he gets a little help from Smith.
So gain of 1 on the play. Will be 3rd and long for Enterprise. Try to get we won't announce the University of Utah score. They're playing tonight against Oregon State,
Beavers.
I believe. 3rd and 7. 9:46 left in the third. Motion. And it's going to be a handoff out this left side. It's Hunt. And Hunt's going to get a couple yards, but it's going to be 4th down.
Great block there on the outside, but Fales able to slip it off, and Matthew Roberts comes in with another big hit. Gets Fales to help him out as he slips off that tackle.
Matthew Roberts helping his own cause. That'll be 4th down, punt situation for the Wolves. This is an area of the field you might watch that fake punt, Dave.
Definitely. Could be a trickeration here.
So it'll be number 7, Jake Jones back to kick for Enterprise. The Beavers staying home. And he does kick the ball away, and it's going to be taken by Roberts at about the 7-yard fumble on the play. Roberts picks it back up, and give him some credit. He gets to the 31-yard line.
Oh, we're going to call that the Pepto-Bismol catch of the game as he puts it on the ground and picks it up on the bounce. Oh, he's got a lot of guts.
Yeah, well, he does.
I'm just thinking fall on that baby. He's thinking I'm going somewhere.
6 rushes in that possession, 13, 14, 18 yards only, and no pass attempts. And so now the Beavers will start on their own 31-yard line, and they lead 7-0. 2 receivers right. That's Young and Fales. Roberts back to pass, looking right. Has pass in the middle. It's going to be Hutchings. Great hands, and that's complete for a first down.
As Hutchings reaches behind him, scoops it up from underneath, and makes an impressive first down catch.
From the 31 to the 48, that's a 17-yard reception for Brennan Hutchings. Hutchings really solid all year long with Fales in the receiving corps. And then
definitely
throw
good
Branson
hands.
Blackman in there. Some good balance. Split left is Bergstrom and Fales. 1st and 10. Roberts keeps it himself, and he's going to get tackled after about a 2-yard gain.
No credit 75.
That's Joey Payne.
That is Joey Payne, and he puts the pain on Roberts, running him down from behind.
8:48 and counting left in this third quarter. Beavers with the lead and the ball. They've got the ball, nose the ball right at midfield. Young in and Bergstrom out. Clock continues to run. 2nd and 8. Roberts under center. Option left side, gets it to Smith. Smith going to be taken down the backfield. Big loss on the play.
Credit Kelton Hunt that time, because he just runs him down, uses his speed, and comes up from behind, overpowers him. That was impressive tackle for loss for Kelton Hunt.
Yeah, loss of 5 on the play. So it'll be 3rd and 13 now after the loss of 5. Caden Beecham in the game. Bergstrom in, Young out, and one of the linemen a little banged up. That's number 67 for the Beavers.
It's Gideon White.
Gideon White got a little blood on his arm. Looks like they tape him up. It's 3rd down and 13, 7:40 left in the 3rd. Roberts under center, back to pass. Nice pickup on the blocking side. Roberts with some room, and he's going to go forward. He's going to get 1st down yardage. Credit Matthew Roberts with a great acceleration at the end. That's a 1st down run.
And there it is, his deception and his coyness as he just kind of runs out like he's going to pass. I don't think he ever intended to pass that, just letting the defenders kind of crunch up on him and then burns him at the speed as he takes off.
17 yards on that 3rd down and 13. That's good for a 1st down. And the Beavers back in business at the 39-yard line of the Enterprise Wolves. 7:23 left in the 3rd. They lead 7-0. Fales left. He's covered by Ramos for Enterprise. Phelps comes over to pick up Young from the safety position. Roberts with a quick pass, looking for Young, and has a deep ball intended for Fales. Fales up, and no call. Thought it was a pretty good no call. It'll be an incomplete pass.
It was a pretty good no call as both of them were going for the ball, so it's fair play. It was floating.
Well, Fales pushed, and then Ramos pushed, and then Fales pushed again, and Ramos pushed again, so it's pretty even. So it'll be 2nd down and long.
It's what happens out there.
It is what happens. Beavers now with the 2nd down and 10. 7 minutes left in the 3rd. Roberts hands off up the middle. Smith. No, Roberts going to keep it himself, and he's going to gain very short yardage. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Joey Payne and Connor Phelps.
Yeah, that one Smith might have been the better option.
Maybe so.
And so a gain of inches. So we'll leave
it. Half a yard maybe.
No gain on the play. They'll bring up 3rd down and long 9. Call it a short 10. Well, it moved. Now it's probably closer to 1.
Yeah, it gained a few inches on
Bell
spot.
split left with Young. Roberts back to pass, look his left, has Hutchings. Hutchings gets nailed.
Wow.
And Phelps with a great play,
Phelps.
and that'll go as a loss.
Phelps read that all the way, and he was already on his way to tackling before the throw was even made. You got to credit Phelps with the heads-up play there.
So I'll bring up 4th down. Punt situation for the Beavers. They've got the ball on their own, on the Enterprise 42-yard line. And that'll bring up number 3, Michael Dougherty. And he'll be standing about the 10-yard line, where he'll have a chance for this punt. Coming in the game is number 28 for the Beavers. No idea who that is. Back to punt is Roberts. He'll be punting from about his own 45-yard line.
Don't have a number on a sheet.
Snap is back, bounces once. Roberts gets the kicks away. It's going to be blocked. And it will actually not, the Beavers will, unfortunately, and Roberts a little panicked, kicked that straight into the line. So that's going to be a punt of about, it's a loss of 5 yards.
Yep, not a good punt.
Punt block.
It gets blocked, and Branson Blackburn tried to pick it up and return it, but they gave Enterprise great field position there.
So 14 yards for the Beavers on that possession, 4 carries. 13 yards in the air. And the Enterprise Wolves starts on their own 47-yard line. Best field possession of the game for Enterprise. Handoff up the middle, not much there.
Not much. He's going to get 3 yards out of it. Kelton Hunt.
So we're at the 5:24 mark of the 3rd quarter. 7-0 Enterprise, down by 7 to the Beavers. So a gain of 3 on that one. And it'll be 2nd and 7. Ramos left. With Jake Jones, the tight end, to the right. Shumway hands off to Dougherty. Dougherty around the side, picks his way near first down yardage. He's going to get it as he spins around. He'll be very close to a first down.
Yeah, Tice Radden wraps him up, but as he rolls him over, he throws him forward to the first down marker, and I agree with you, Scott. I think he's going to pick up that first down.
And it is a first down, 7 yards on that carry, and Enterprise with another first down. They've moved the ball down to the 42. And Dave, the only Beaver score came on Enterprise mistake, and we'll see if Enterprise can capitalize on the punt block.
Well, it's a good time to do it. You get a little momentum out of it.
Shumway with Dougherty in motion. Handoff up the middle, knocked, but Hunt moves forwards. You got to give him credit. He should have lost a yard. He's going to gain 2.
Should have lost a yard. Matthew Roberts puts a huge hit on him that time. Yeah. He got hit right at the line of scrimmage and then was able to break out of it, took off, and then met Matthew Roberts.
So it'll be 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard gain. 4 minutes left in the third. It's 7-0 Beaver. Enterprise with the ball on the Beaver 40. Pitch out to the left side, and great read by the Beaver defender, but you got to credit Jones as he just stiff-armed his way to a few yards.
Yeah, and Matthew Roberts again on the tackle as he throws him out of bounds.
Gain of 3 on that one for Jones. So it'll be 3rd down and 5. So 3rd down and 5, 3:28 left in the third. It's 7-0. Big 3rd down opportunity for the Wolves. Shumway stays under center. Ramos all the way to the left side. I'm looking for a quick slant on this one.
And Fells is playing it inside.
Shumway, it's going to be a handoff to Jones around the right side. Jones is not going to get there. Great tackle. And it's going to be 4th down, probably four down territory, as it's going to be about gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down and 3. So Enterprise keeps the offense on the field, and a big defensive opportunity for the Beavers, and the Wolves in a moving forward situation.
Well, it's 2 yards here, and see if Beavers can stiffen up and hold them.
Beavers move up tight to the line, ignoring the pass. And it's a handoff up the middle. Hunt is going to be close to a first down. He might have it. We'll see where the spot is.
The spot they're giving him is generous. It looks like he's got it.
And the umpire looks at it, and he's going to call a timeout, and he'll measure. We'll get the camera on this one. You'll see a close-up of this one. And we'll see what the call is. And I think the Beaver coaching staff not celebrating as he's talking to his players. Now we'll take a look at the spot. Here's your close-up. And we'll see what the call is. And you can see it on the Beaver Sports Network. It's 4th down, and Enterprise by a football, first down.
By a whole length of the football, so
it's a gain of 2?
Gain of 2.
So the ball's on the 32-yard line now. 1st and 10 for Enterprise as they put together a pretty impressive drive. This drive started on their own 47. They've gone about 20 yards down to the 32. 2:24 left in the third. Beavers up 7-0. Enterprise, Shumway with the ball. He's hands off to Jones. Jones cuts back and sheds a tackle, and a good gain on first down.
He's finally brought down by Brendan Hutchings and Trey Young.
Yeah, gain of about 7 or 8 on the play. We'll call it 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. And 2:02 remaining in the third. It's 7-0 Beaver. Ramos left. Shumway under center. Handoff up the middle. That's Hunt. And Hunt's not going to get much. And he'll get probably a gain of 1 or 2. It'll be 3rd and short, Dave.
Yep, 3rd and short. Shumway didn't quite get there.
So a gain of 2 on the play. Well, it's going to be a long one. And Enterprise has a 3rd down and 1. Hunt and Jones in the backfield. Excuse me, that's Dougherty. I keep calling him Jones. It's Dougherty. It's Jones in motion. And it's a handoff at middle to, a pitch out to Jones. Jones is going to go for a touchdown, 24 yards.
Yeah, pitch out to Jones, and he gets that outside, gets a good block, and excuse me, that's Isaac Wallen.
Rather.
As he uses his speed on that outside and goes all the way in.
So that was just grinded out football for the Wolves. They went 53 yards on 9 carries and no passes. Now they have a chance to tie it up 7-7. Ramos will kick the extra point.
There's no question about the quality of his leg.
Now he just barely missed a 52-yard attempt to end the first half. Phelps with the hold. Kick is down, and it's up and good. We're tied at 7 at the 109 mark, Dave.
Yep, that was a great drive there by Enterprise, and Isaac Wallen with the big run to finish it off and even the score at 7s here with a minute left in the third quarter.
So Wallen with that 24-yard run, and we've seen that a couple times, Dave. That's a pretty impressive play by the Wolves that hits hard and fast.
Yes, it does, and once you get Isaac Wallen on the outside at a full head of steam, you're not going to catch him again.
So not. Just remind us of the players of the game, Dave.
Players of the game are sponsored tonight by Dairy Queen of Beaver. We appreciate them. They'll give a value meal to that player of the game. And Mike's Foodtown, longtime sponsor of the Beaver High School athletics and other programs. We appreciate them. They will offer a DiGiorno pizza, that player's choice, for winning that player of the game spot. So two player of the game awards going out tonight, one from Mike's Foodtown and one from Dairy Queen of Beaver.
Yeah, we do appreciate all the sponsorship. We make it possible to bring you Beaver High School football on Mid-Utah Radio as well as the Beaver Sports Network, Local10.tv. We have some great sponsors who support the young men and women of this community with great faithfulness. Now the Beavers set to receive the kickoff, and the Beavers look a little flat. Not a lot of energy there as the Enterprise Wolves go 53 yards to tie it up at 7. Here's the kickoff. It's going to be a pooch kick, and it's going to be taken by Radden. Radden goes in. It's going to be a hit. He continues to run around left side. Finally goes down. Goes about 20 yards. Return of 1 yard. He was securing that football. He was not going to fumble.
He was not going to fumble. Yeah, I like that. He was more worried about that than anything else, which is good because that would have been a costly turnover in that position of the field.
That was one of those times where Enterprise hoping that the Beavers vacate the field down for the blocking, but not fooled at all. And they'll have decent field position to start. They start at their own 40-yard line. First down and 10. Roberts with Fails split to the right. And familiar triple option formation for the Beavers. Young in motion. Roberts hands off to Smith. Smith up the middle. Picks his way. He's got about 10 yards. He's going to get, call it 8 on first.
Get a little run. Jumps over a player. But then finally gets stopped about the 8-yard mark. So he'll be at the 48 with two to go for a first down.
So under a minute left in the third. It's 7-7, Enterprise and Beaver. And these two teams playing hard. Second down and 2 to go. Fails right, Bergstrom right. With Hutchings and Smith in the backfield. Hand off to Smith up the middle. Smith first down yardage and more as he's going to gain about 5 on the play. And that'll bring us down to 24 seconds in the third.
Yeah, Smith just pounding it out now as he's known to do. The battering ram for the Beavers.
21 seconds left in the third. And a little north wind coming in. We can feel it.
Coming through that window pretty good, isn't it?
It's a mild breeze, but you'll hear the shivering of our teeth here in a minute, both of us in short sleeves. It was a beautiful evening, little chilly night. First and 10 for the Beavers with 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Roberts hands off to Hutchings. Hutchings gets a nice run on first down. It'll be a gain of about 4 yards, and we'll be back with third quarter action. We're all tied at 7 here at Beaver High School.
Beaver Sport and Pawn has Southern Utah's largest collection of firearms, including new, used, and hard-to-find weapons. Beaver Sport and Pawn also has ammo, fishing and camping gear, tools, books, boots, antiques, and much, much more. As always, Beaver Sport and Pawn offers free advice on any subject. Come visit Beaver Sport and Pawn at 91 North Main in Beaver or call 438-2100. That's 438-2100. Beaver Sport and Pawn is happy to support Beaver High School athletics on the Beaver Sports Network. Go Beavers!
Beaver Valley Chevron and Dairy Queen team up to keep you and your vehicle running smoothly. Beaver Valley Chevron is a 24-hour AAA towing service and repair facility with top-quality Chevron gas. You'll also appreciate their newly remodeled modern restrooms and Eager Beaver touchless car wash that offers the newest in car wash technology. And, of course, stop in Dairy Queen anytime for a variety of meal deals and irresistible ice cream treats. Visit Beaver Valley Chevron and Dairy Queen at the I-15 South exit in Beaver.
From Moab, it's 28-0. San Juan will go undefeated in 2A South play, and they'll take the number 1 seed. It's 2nd down and 6 for the Beavers as we start fourth quarter action. We're all tied. Back to pass is Roberts. Roberts with a pass away, complete. On the side, it's Fales, and Fales is going to get good enough yardage for the first down.
Yeah, great pass play. Fales wide
Gain
open.
of 7.
Roberts hits him perfectly and picks up the first down. And was it Connor Phelps had it, or Ricky Ramos had him by the ankle and would not let go?
Yes, no, he wouldn't. So first down and 10. The ball's now at the 35-yard line. The Wolves went 53 yards to score. Now the Beavers trying to respond. They've got the ball at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Roberts with a handoff to Smith. Smith picks his way forward, follows a good block, and good yardage on first down.
Yeah, Smith had a couple of blockers, just followed them both, and he's going to get close to 5 yards on that.
11:23 left in the game. It's 7-7. Beavers on the Enterprise 30-yard line. Trey Young brings the play in from the sideline. Split to the right is Young and Fales. Split backs in the backfield is Hutchings and Smith. Hand off to Hutchings around the left side. Hutchings breaks in. Good long run. Nice dive at the end. Near first down yardage. I believe it'll be slightly short. Gain of 5.
Slightly short, but does make a good dive at it.
So it'll be 3rd and inches. 3rd and feet, I guess. Maybe a couple. And Bergstrom in. The Beavers on the Enterprise 26-yard line, nearing the red zone with 10:35 left in the game. Beavers so far with 5 rushes and 1 pass in this drive. Roberts under center, hands off up the middle to Smith. Smith's going to get a first down and more as he'll go from the 26 down to the 21, 5-yard gain on 3rd.
Yeah, got what he needed and then picked up just a little extra to tack onto it. So Smith with another good first down run for the Beavers.
The Beavers burning clock and the yardage down to the 22. You know, Dave, this is kind of an interesting game. Not a lot of excitement in a game that is, so closely contested.
Yeah, you'd think it would be more intense as it is.
First chilly night of the year, maybe it's that. Yeah. 1st and 10.
Last one we were out was really chilly. I had that wind coming through.
Ball on the 21. Fails, split on the left side. Roberts under center. Hands off up the middle of Smith. Smith continues forward. Bangs his way forward. He's going to get first down yardage on first down.
Yeah, that's what you were talking about at the beginning of the game, how towards the end of the game that play would, it wasn't working at the beginning of the game, just getting stacked up the line of scrimmage. But you mentioned that as the game goes on, Smith's going to pound that out and wear him down, and now we're starting to see that a little bit of fatigue in the defense of Smith pounding through it.
10 yards on first down. The Beavers at the 10-yard line. first and goal at the 10. So Matthew Roberts up under center, I formation, with Smith and Hutchings behind him. Might do a pass on first down in this one. And they're going to be, I believe this one might be on the defense.
Did they jump across?
Oh, no, they're going to say it's on the offense.
False start.
And yet again, the Beavers make a mistake in the red zone, Dave. Twice in the first half. Another one on this one.
Tell you, it's mistakes. They hurt you.
I can remember a game that I actually played in that the coach said, never mind, we'll just go on go every time. Because I was on one of those teams that just people couldn't remember. So the Beavers with a penalty, we'll see if it costs them. It's first down and 15. That's first and goal at the 15, rather. And probably a passing situation. Roberts back to pass under pressure, escapes, throws a pass, and Hutchings there, up in the air, and Hutchings, he's got it. It's a touchdown to Tavin Fales. Hutchings knocks it in the air. Tavin Fales catches it. It's a touchdown for the Beavers.
Hits the chest of Brennan Hutchings, pops right back out. because the defender made a swipe at it, got a little deflection, and so it took it just enough away from Brendan Hutchings. He couldn't bring it in. Hits him right in the chest, bounces up. Tavin Fell's teammate there just says, thanks, I'll take it, and touchdown.
We're going to watch this on the replay, see if we've got it. It'll be Keaton Fells with the extra point attempt coming. And so if we do assists like in basketball, it would be Brendan Hutchings with it. Kick is up, and we can see it. It is Tavin Fales, just opportunistic as he sits there. And, the kick no good by Keaton Fales, and that'll be 13-7. And now the Beavers with that 6-point lead.
Tavin made a good scoop at that to get down and get it before it hit the grass.
Yeah, very, very good, and credit Roberts with a nice pass. So on that drive.
Boy, that extra point could be costly.
Certainly could. So it's 13-7, 8:58 left in the third. 42 yards on the ground on that drive in 7 carries. And the kick was up and just said it was no good, just a wide right.
Yeah, unfortunate, very unfortunate for the Beavers.
So Roberts 2 for 2 for 22 yards on that one with the TD pass to Tavin Fales. 13-7. 9 minutes left, and it'll be Keaton Fales to kick off for Beaver. With Wallen, Dougherty rather. I can't tell who's back. Back kick, this is Dougherty. Takes it right at the 10-yard line. Dougherty around the right side, and he goes through a pile, but then he's tackled. And Tice Radden and Braxton Williams. Braxton Wilson. So that kickoff return back to the 33-yard line where Enterprise will have it 1st and 10. Just a reminder of players of the game, Mike's Food Town. They've been sponsoring the player of the game since I started. So it'll be on the 34-yard line. 1st and 10, Shumway under center. Takes a long snap count. Shumway hands off to Dougherty. Dougherty trying to get the corner, can't quite get it. Good pursuit by the Beaver defense.
Matthew Roberts not letting him go.
Matthew Roberts playing a heck of a game on the defensive side, Dave. It's gain of 2.
I think he's making a bid for a defensive player of the game. He's got 13 tackles now.
He might be. We also got to credit that Beaver offensive line. Roberts had plenty of time to throw tonight. Might see some line action as well.
It might be a great idea because they have protected him very well tonight.
2nd and 8. 8:19 left in the game. It's 13 Beaver, 7 Enterprise. Shumway hands off up the middle to Hunt. Not much there. Bergstrom there and a host of other Beavers. And it's a short gain on 2nd down.
Yeah, Bergstrom hit him first to slow him down. And Matthew Roberts and Kelton Beecham help out.
So it's 3rd and 6, so another 2-yard gain on 2nd down. And Enterprise with a 3rd down and long. Call it 3rd and 6, 7:52 left in the game. It's 13-7 Beaver with that 6-point lead. Ramos split to the right. Beavers have been stingy against the run to the Wolves. Shumway under center. And they're going to do the quick hitter to Dougherty. Nope, hand up the middle to Hunt. Hunt's not going to get there. He's going to gain 2 on the play. It'll be 4th down.
Credit Bergstrom and White for tripping him up, holding him short.
Now 4th down, 3 yards to go for the Beavers. For the Wolves. And they do bring what looks to be a punt formation. I don't think any of the Beavers are going to be.
There's still plenty of time. I don't know if you'd want to risk of going for it 4th down here and give Beaver that good a field position.
And Young will come up. Now he'll drop back. And
but you never know.
Jones. You never know. It's time Enterprise might take a chance. Jones, and he will kick it away. It's kicked to the left side of the field. It's going to bounce. It's going to take a Beaver bounce and just kind of die right there. And the Beavers will start on their own 18-yard line.
You never know what they're going to do.
You don't.
Last week we saw that. That's the exciting part of coaching teenagers. They're just so impulsive.
they certainly are.
You just never know for sure.
So for the Wolves on that drive, it's only 6 yards on 3 carries, no pass plays. And the Beavers take over on their own 19-yard line. And this is the 14th possession of the game. And the Beavers with it. 6:46, they've got the 6-point lead. Roberts Back to pass. Handoff. And it's a big hole for Hutchings. Hutchings trying to get the corner, and he's going to take it out all the way to the 45-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, Jake Jones finally brings him down, but Hutchings gave him a faceful. I'm surprised he didn't throw a flag because he did lower his head and went helmet to helmet, face mask to face mask.
Yeah. So that's going to be from the 19 to the 41. Is that 22 yards?
To the, is it 41 or 42?
Looks like the 42. So 23.
Picked up another yard. That's 23. Yeah, he picked up a yard in the spot.
So 23 yards. He landed on the 45. That's where I thought it was going to be marked, but 6:38 left in the game. Beavers on their own 42-yard line. Handoff to, no, Roberts keeps it. Cuts back in. Not a lot there. And, boy, he had Brennan Hutchings around that edge with all kinds of daylight. Yeah. Nothing around.
The pitch there would have been big. Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
You watch that play, and it's kind of, I mean, from up here, it's really easy to see that the corner was open. Gain of 2 on the play at 2nd down and 8. 6 minutes left in the game and 14 seconds. Point. Well, you know. 6 minutes and counting now. Roberts under center. Beavers chewing up the yardage. Roberts will survey the defense. Line sets. Handoff to Hutchings. Hutchings around left side following Smith. Hutchings gets the corner, 1st down yardage and more as he keeps his feet. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 45-yard line inside Wolf territory. That's an 11-yard gain on 2nd down.
Jake Jones downfield throws Bergstrom out of bounds. The ref just looks them both down. He said something to him. I don't know what he said, but Bergstrom was not happy about that. Jake Jones is laughing.
A little bit of a size disadvantage. Jones 6'2", 195, and we've seen him in basketball. So it'll be 1st and 10. The ball's on the Enterprise 45-yard line. 5:49 left in the game. Handoff to Young. Young is going to cut up, and there's going to be a holding call on the Beavers. Another mistake, and that one's going to go back a ways.
Can't tackle him in the backfield. I think it's going to be holding pretty much every time.
Yep, and that's costly.
Unless you're the defense tackling the guy with the ball. But if you're an offensive lineman and you tackle a guy, that's what we call the Staples call of the night.
Well,
that was easy.
One of the problems with that is that it's out in space, so just kind of hard to hide.
It's impossible to hide.
Ball's on back to the 42-yard line.
A loss of 13 because he was 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage when it was committed.
So 23 yards. 23 yards, 1st and 23, 5:39. Beavers shift the line to the right. Roberts under center, handoff to Hutchings. Hutchings again, he's going to get taken down by the head, and they're going to say no call on that, and Hutchings, he's not going to get up. He's holding that left arm, and for the Beavers, that could be trouble. Brennan Hutchings.
Yeah, that's not good.
And I believe he's holding the elbow. They're calling it on. It might be like a dislocated elbow, Dave.
That's painful.
Yeah, he's not moving that left arm at all. Brendan Hutchings has had a heck of a game. And we'll see what they say. We'll take a short break while they tend to the player and be back after this 30-second break.
Beaver Valley Chef.
The results are in. Beaver Valley Hospital is ranked #1 in support of Beaver High School athletics. They also rank #1 in providing first-rate health care at a reasonable cost and offer a full range of services, including emergency and inpatient support, home health, and even hospice. The hospital food is prepared fresh daily, and people even like it. Beaver Valley Hospital also has an outstanding long-term care facility that helps take care of your loved ones who could use some compassionate assistance. Beaver Valley Hospital, with a staff and doctors you can trust.
Gene's back in the game, and he might be. They're looking at that left arm. He's played a heck of a game, has Hutchings. And had he not been the player of the game last week, he has no chance of getting it this week. They're taking a look at that left arm.
And he wants to get back in the game. He's a little upset about that.
5:20 left in the game. It's 13-7 Beavers with a 2nd down and 25. Loss of 2 on that one.
Well, 2nd down and 10th Street to go.
And Roberts back to pass. And there's going to be another holding play on another flag on that one. And it won't matter. That's going to be a huge loss. The Beavers going backwards in a hurry.
Yeah, this drive's collapsing quickly. As he's
holding on the Beavers, and that one's clear in the backfield.
They're going to decline it. Enterprise wants to decline it.
They're going to take the play and not lose the time.
Because he lost 6 yards anyway, so they're just going to go.
-6.
Go ahead and decline it, and it'll be 4th and 3 miles.
Now the Beavers have to get to the 35-yard line. The ball's on the 24, so it's 26 to the 50, and then another
34.
26, 36, 41. It's 3rd down and 31. And it's a pitch over to Young on the left side. Young's going to be hit, taken down after a short gain on the play, gain of 1.
Yeah, Enterprise just D'ing it up. And really putting the kibosh on this drive.
Hutchings back in the game, Dave.
That's good news.
Yeah, might just have been a stinger on that arm. So punt formation for the Beavers. It's 4th and 31. I would guess there will not be a fake punt on this one. Roberts back to kick for Beaver. 4:33 left in the football game. Beavers up by 6. Roberts with a kick, and it's going to be a great kick. It takes a Enterprise bounce, and good job by Young as he stops it down at the 29-yard line. And they're going to mark it at the 30, but it was definitely at the 29. It'll be 1st and 10 for Enterprise.
Yep, going to give him a good spot there on the 30.
So they'll start on the 30-yard line. 4:21. This is a big, Dave, as Enterprise now
Huge.
70 yards from the go-ahead score or tie.
Well,
and 4:21 left in the game.
And that's just it. They could grind out the rest of the time on this drive. So a big drive for both teams.
13-7 the score. 4:21 left in the game. Shumway under center. In motion goes Wallen. Handoff up the middle. Oh, no, it's a pass. Receiver open and can't quite catch it as Ramos, but he was behind the defense. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, fortunate for Beavers, the ball came to the other side, other shoulder, to the right shoulder. Ramos looking for it on the left shoulder. It came over to the right shoulder, and he lost track of it just long enough to slip through his hands. But otherwise, he was gone. You were going to see the back door close on him.
Well, I talked about before the game that they don't pass often, but when they do, they average about 16 yards a catch. And that's why. That was a close call.
That was very close.
2nd down and 10. The clock stopped at 4:15. Just a reminder, players of the game. Sunrise post-game show coming up. 4 minutes of game time. Shumway hands off up the middle to Hunt. Hunt with a big hole. He's got a big opening. Only one player can stop him, and it's Young, and he's going to take him down. Ooh. But a big run for Hunt.
Huge tackle there by Young as he saves the touchdown for the Beavers.
Yeah, 30 yards on the carry as he goes from the 30 all the way to the Beaver 40, and Enterprise in good position.
Yep, a great run there by Hunt.
And the Beavers with 4 minutes left in the game. Enterprise in Beaver territory at the 40. Handoff to Dougherty on the right side. Not a lot there. He gets a little. And the ball's loose on the field.
Has it.
And we'll see what they call. They're going to say he's down. And the Beaver coaching staff frustrated. He got that before the player went down.
Yeah, he took it right out of his hands as he was going down.
Yeah, we're going to watch the replay on that one. That was interesting. A gain of about 3 on the play.
You know, it was like a calf rope. You know how they throw the arms up in the air when they're done? Yeah, he pulled the ball clear up in the air to show that he had it before he hit the ground, but they're not going to give it to him.
So it'll be 2nd down and 7. 3:25 and counting. Ramos split to the left. Shumway under center. Hands off up the middle, and not much there. Gain of about 1 on the play. And watching the replay, it really looked like Hutchings got that.
It sure looked like he had it from here.
So 3rd down, 6 yards to go. 3 minutes left in the game. This is a barn burner. It's 13 for Beaver, 7 for the Wolves. They've got the ball in Beaver territory at the 35-yard line. Split to left is Ramos. And the Beavers tightening down the defense. Big 3rd down play. Handoff up the middle. Oh, no. It's going to be Shumway keeping it, and he's going to go down in the backfield, and he'll maybe gain a yard on the play, but there's the defensive and another 4th down.
As Bergstrom runs through and brings him down.
4th down and 5, so gain of 1 on the play. It'll be a big 4th down for both teams, as this could be the end of the game for the Wolves if they're unable to convert, and the Beavers with a chance to put themselves in a very favorable position.
Well, if they can stop them here, that's money. Key down right here. Key down to the game right here.
So 4th down and 4. Split to the right. Ramos goes out to the right.
A lot of shifting on defense.
Yeah, watch that slant pass from Shumway. 4th down and 4.
Oh, they moved.
And they're going to call a timeout. Enterprise wants it.
We'll
take a 30-second break and be back after this.
For experienced help when buying or selling real estate, Coldwell Banker Advantage of Beaver is a wise choice. Local real estate broker Gary Brown can assist you in residential, commercial, or recreational properties. Call Coldwell Banker Advantage Realty in Beaver, 438-7777.
Majestic Financial Services in Beaver is an accounting firm that offers payroll, income tax preparation, and bookkeeping services for individuals and businesses. For an accounting firm you can trust, call Majestic Financial Services in Beaver, 438-7777.
Your source for high school sports, KSBC.
It's exciting time here at Beaver High School. Beavers with the lead 13-7 with 1:54, and Enterprise with a 4th down and 4. And Dave, the plays don't get much bigger than this one.
No. This is the money play of the game right here for both teams. Beavers desperately need a stop. Enterprise desperately needs a first down. And, the game on the line here with 1:54 to go. This is the play of the whole game right here, Scott.
Well, this is in Coach Williams for the Enterprise Wolves dials up the play. And the Beavers line it up. And we'll see what happens. I'm guessing it's going to be Hunt up the middle. Shumway with the handoff to Hunt. Hunt is going to get in there. He's not going to get first down yardage. The Beavers hold and take over on downs.
Nope, Hunt is not going to get there. And credit Dylan Smith, who hits him first, and then everybody else piles on.
Gain of 3 on the play, though. He got close.
He was very close.
Kelton Hunt with a great game. Great running back, nearing 1,000
that's
yards.
That's the excitement we've been looking for all game. It's been kind of dead.
Oh, it certainly is.
Now everybody's into it.
Hunt came into the game with 932 yards. We'll see if he can get the 68 he needs to get to 1,000.
Now Beaver just needs to avoid fumbling.
Minute 49. Matthew Roberts with the ball. Handoff to Smith. Smith goes up the middle, and he's going to drag the pile a little bit. And Enterprise will call a timeout. And Dave, they're going to gain about 3 or 4 yards on that one.
Yeah, as they're trying to strip the ball, and Smith's just pounding it, and they had Gideon White pushing him behind, and he's just kind of getting an inch at a time. He ends up with almost 5 yards.
This is the 19th possession of the game, Dave, and it started on the 30. What did it start on? About the 32-yard line, and that's a gain of 5 on first down. And hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast on KSBC, also on the Beaver Sports Network, Local10.tv. Appreciate DeWalt on the computer, Jordan Langford on the sideline camera, and Scott McDonald, the eye in the sky, watching from afar as it's going to be a 2nd down and 6. I got 5. They kind of moved it back a yard on me.
It's that spot again.
I know. So, Dave, the keys to this game, if the Beavers are able to get 4 or 5 yards per carry, this game's going to be over quickly.
Yeah, they just need 1 first down. If they can get a first down, it's done. It's a done deal.
Looks like Enterprise has 1 more timeout remaining. And I believe Coach Williams tells the referee, I want a timeout as soon as this play's down. So the Beavers will continue to grind it out. Roberts with the ball under center. Roberts rolls to his left side. He keeps the ball, cuts back in. He's going to gain. Oh, he keeps running. And good job by Matthew Roberts.
There it
First down yardage.
That'll do it. As Phelps thought he had him, and Roberts just ran right through him and just kept going.
Yeah, 37 to the 47. That's a 10-yard gain. And that just might do it for the Beavers. And most people pick the Wolves to win this one, and the Wolves have played very well. And so, boy, the referee's taking their time starting this clock.
What is that?
And they're stopping to talk about it. Now they're starting the clock.
What was that?
The clock management all game has been interesting.
That is terrible.
Beaver fans letting them know about it, too. They're going to wait until the 5 count before they snap this.
Let's wait 15 seconds, then we'll start the clock.
Victory formation for the Beavers. And they're going to hand off to Matthew Roberts. Waiting for the 5 count. And Enterprise will try to jump in and snap this one out. Roberts downs it. And the clock will continue to run. The clock will stop on the timeout by Enterprise. So there will be another timeout. I believe that's the last one. So if any, there will be seconds left. And the Beavers do themselves a big favor right here, Dave, as they The Enterprise coach laughs about the clock, the clock stopping.
He used to be a Beaver coach. Wasn't that Jones? Oh, I thought it was Jones.
So it goes as officially as a loss of 3. We don't count these on the stats, the kneel downs. But the Beavers, you can't, it's probably too early to call it, Dave, but what looks like a really big victory coming off a tough loss against South Sevier, rather.
Well, and Enterprise killed South Sevier.
Yeah, 48-0.
So, you got to hand it to the Beavers. They turned it around from last week because they got bully whooped last week. And, when they missed that extra point, left at 13-7, you just knew it had the air of some sort of a weird game tonight, but they were able to gut it out and hang on.
Certainly will. Now, still victory formation. It's second down. And that might be a call. As
Coach wants one. The ref says, you get over on the side.
Called on that one.
I'll give you a sign light warning.
So the clock continues to run. And now they start the 25-second call. There's not going to be time left in this one, as this will do it for the last, what looks to be the last play of the game. Enterprise unable to stop it. And the Beavers will at least clinch a tie with the Enterprise Wolves for second place. Should South Sevier lose to North Sevier, then the Beavers take second outright. But at least a tie, and then it'll probably be a coin flip. We'll have to keep you posted on what happens after this. We'll all be watching the North Sevier South Sevier game. And that's the game right there, folks, as the Beavers take on the Enterprise Wolves and even their record with the Wolves. And it's going to be an interesting next couple of days, as the South Sevier Rams will also have a chance to even it. And the Beavers with an important win, 13-7 over the Enterprise Wolves. Coming up when we come back will be the Sunrise Engineering postgame. And Sunrise Engineering, they work to improve our community every day. And you can find out more about Sunrise Engineering at sunrise-eng.com. They serve clients in Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and Arizona, and they've done so for over 30 years. Once again, that's Sunrise Engineering at sunrise-eng.com. We'll take a break and be back with the Sunrise Engineering postgame after this.
Dairy Farmers of America is a proud supporter of Beaver High School. For the very best in cheese products direct from the factory, visit the chalet at DFA Cache Valley Cheese in Beaver. They carry a nice selection of cheese, including fresh curd, cheddar, Monterey Jack, Swiss, and Colby. Stop in and check out their wide variety of cheese gift boxes and crafts, too. And they offer shipping. Visit their website at dfamilk.com and click on DFA Mart, and then on the picture of the Beaver store. That's DFA Cache Valley Cheese in Beaver.
For gas, snacks, and dependable service on your car or truck, visit Eagles Landing Flying J and High Country Chevron in Beaver. Mark Yardley and the staff offer convenience items, groceries, fountain drinks, sandwiches, and other goodies. You'll also find a full line of gifts and souvenirs, as well as your favorite gas and oil products. Stop by both locations at the North I-15 interchange in Beaver, High Country Chevron, and Eagles Landing Flying J. Happy to support Beaver High School sports.
Scott Langford, David Howard, Walt Kirksick, Jordan Langford on the Sunrise Engineering postgame show. And Sunrise Engineering works to improve our community. They promote athletic and academic excellence. You can visit them at sunrise-eng.com. Dave, a very entertaining ball game, close fought game. And we'll after our break, we'll talk about some of the final stats and players of the game. But Dave, this was a great ball game.
Oh, this is an excellent ball game. We knew it would be. It always is with these two teams. A lot of rivalry, a lot of, I don't know if you want to call it hatred, maybe animosity. But when these two teams get together, it's right down to the wire every time, and that's no different in the case tonight, as the Beavers squeak out a win 13-7. Defensive battle the whole game through, and the Beavers happy to get that win.
Yeah, they definitely were, in that evens the record. Talk about that.
Well, we talked about the Beavers owned the record 6-4. Sorry, for the last 10 years. So now that'll tack another one on for the Beavers, and Enterprise comes up short as they travel up here. So hard fought battle out on the field. Beavers just able to make the fewest mistakes and convert the best plays.
Well, and we've seen, last week's game slipped away. They got in a big hole, couldn't quite get out of it. This week they played a consistent, probably the most consistent defensive game I've seen all year long from the Beavers.
I totally agree with you because they've had struggles on defense. We've talked about this, mistakes and defensive lapses. And tonight, no, they were solid on defense, as solid as you could get. And that's very positive momentum going into the playoffs, but also very positive that they've cleaned things up, and maybe defensively that's all they needed, because offensively they've been able to score. It's just defense that's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they've done a great job. So it's 13-7, Beavers with the win. We'll be back with stats and players of the game after this.
Hi, this is Len at Fish Lake Lumber Ace Hardware, where I'd like to welcome you to our new paint studio, where we offer Valspar, Clark & Kensington, and Royal paints for your painting experiences. Clark & Kensington is rated #1 in customer reports. We also have a new setup of paint sundry items to make your painting experiences as easy and fun as possible. I'd like to welcome you all to come out and check out our new facility.
Mike's Food Town in Beaver is proud to serve Beaver County with a wide selection of items at competitive prices. Mike's Food Town is your friendly hometown grocer with the choicest cuts of meat prepared daily. They also go the extra mile to offer the freshest produce on a daily basis. Stop by Mike's Food Town and you'll find out about the super savings in every department. That's Mike's Food Town, located at 270 North Main in Beaver. Happy to support Beaver High School's athletic and academic programs. That's Mike's Food Town.
Hunters and fishing enthusiasts love to visit Ray's 66B store in Beaver because it makes every excursion a success. You'll find everything you need, including an excellent variety of grocery items and snacks, top-grade Trop Arctic motor oil to help your car's engine last longer, clean-running Phillips 66 gasoline, and even diesel fuel. That's why Ray's 66 has been the only stop for any road trip. Ray's 66B store is open from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. 7 days a week at 290 South Main in Beaver. Happy to support Beaver High School.
Serving Beaver County residents and I-15 travelers, South Creek Shell in Beaver offers everything from a Burger King restaurant, gas and snacks, to fitting your vehicle with a brand new set of tires. South Creek Shell stocks a full line of dependable Michelin and Bridgestone tires with over 1,200 tires in stock. Whether you need a new set of tires, flat tire repair, pinpoint balancing, snacks, or gas, stop by the South Creek Shell at the South I-15 interchange in Beaver. South Creek Shell is a proud sponsor of Beaver High School athletics.
Service is important on any insurance policy, whether it's auto, home, life, or health insurance, and you can count on your Beaver area Good Neighbor State Farm agent, Brent Stapley, to give you the best service possible. Whether you have a claim or just need information about insurance, your State Farm agent is there with the Good Neighbor service we're famous for. See State Farm agent Brent Stapley in Beaver for all your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call 438-5451, 438-5451.
Sports action on KSVC.
Scott Langford, David Howard, Walt Kirksick, Jordan Langford back here on the Beaver Sports Network and on KSVC. Appreciate you listening to our broadcast and watching it as well. Just a reminder, you can watch us on YouTube forever as the Beavers defeat the Enterprise Wolves 13-7. And Dave, let's run down some stats of this one. At half, it was 165 yards for the Beavers to 108 for the Wolves. How did we end up?
Well, we ended up pretty big favor of the Beavers, as they ended up with 182 yards on the ground and 137 in the air. Enterprise was never able to complete another pass, so they kept their 13 in the air, but they had 213 on the ground. They were chewing up some yardage. The interesting thing is, you talked about it earlier, Enterprise, when they got a first down, it was on a big play. Beavers just kind of grounded out, so it ends up Beavers 32 first downs and Enterprise 12.
Yeah, that's an impressive ground game and an impressive rushing total, just quick hitters.
Yep.
Talk to me about the passing for both teams.
Passing, well, Beavers had 137 and Enterprise had 13.
So Roberts 10 for 15. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's a great game.
That's an excellent game.
And speaking of great games, and Matthew Roberts,
and he's going to pick up, despite his offensive efforts and the great job he did, Matthew Roberts is going to pick up the defensive player of the game with 14 tackles and he's a one-man wrecking ball out there.
Yeah, he did a great job out there. So 10 for 15 and how many yards?
10 for 15 and 137 yards through the air. And on rushing, Matthew Roberts had 52 on the ground, and that's that's quite a bit considering how much he lost on some of those plays. So,
yeah, he had several minuses also.
Yeah.
So a good job by him. So, as far as the other players of the game, we're going to have a co-player of the game, and Mike's Food Town's going to sponsor one more. We know Michael is always willing to do that, but
he'll be happy to.
We're going to have two of them, and for the offensive players of the game, and the Dairy Queen Beaver Valley Chevron player of the game also, so they receive a Dairy Queen value meal and then again a DiGiorno pizza. But the time that the line gave Matthew Roberts for that, part of that player of the game that Matthew receives is definitely the ability of the line, and we've got to credit some of these players. So let's talk about the other two players of the game.
Right, and you're exactly right, Scott. To complete those passes, you need to have time. And last week against South Severe, Matthew had 0 time and was getting hit a lot and hard. And tonight they protected him well. He was able to complete the passes and get the numbers. So we're going to credit two linemen there that were key in this. Gideon White, he'll take that Dairy Queen value meal, and Cord Snyder will get a DiGiorno pizza from Mike's Food Town for their effort on the offensive line and helping shore things up there and protect the quarterback.
So congratulations to our 3 players of the game, Matthew Roberts and Gideon White, the Mike's Food Town player of the game, and Cord Snyder and Matthew Roberts, the Mike's Food Town players of the game, and the Dairy Queen Beaver Valley Chevron player of the game is Gideon White. And we do appreciate all of our sponsors, Mike's Food Town, Beaver Valley Chevron, Dairy Queen, as we have it. That's a shot of our cameraman, Jordan Langford, as he's been on the sideline all evening long, and he doesn't know he's on the Beaver Sports Network, but hope you're enjoying this broadcast. A big thanks for all of you. It's the Beavers 13, the Enterprise Wolves 7. Now, we don't know what's going to happen. The Beavers at least tie for second place, and should the South Severe Rams lose to the North Severe Wolves, which is unlikely, but it's possible, then that'll create the Beavers will win on the win. Most likely scenario is a 3-way tie and a coin flip to determine who gets second, third, and fourth. Either way, next week, football fans, you'll have a game here at Beaver High School, unless the Beavers get second, then they have a bye. So I was thinking that would for sure
unless
be a
they
game.
own it outright on the flip.
Correct. If they win the flip, then they have a bye. Otherwise, there'll be a home game here at Beaver High School. So for Scott Langford, Walt Kirksick, for Jordan Langford, David Howard, and then Scott McDonald in absentee, absentia, I believe it's called. We'll wish everyone a great night.
When you're in the mood for mouth-watering dishes prepared by the finest chefs in Utah, visit Timberline Inn in Beaver. For a family dinner outing or for a night out with that special someone, experience fine dining for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at Timberline Inn. Timberline also offers catering services for both small groups or large gatherings, and you can't beat their popular lunch and dinner specials offered daily. Timberline Inn is open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and located on the South I-15 interchange in Beaver. Call for catering 438-2474.
If there's a community improvement project in the works, you will usually find many of our employees in the middle of it, doing what they can to help out. They're hometown people, just like you. They belong to service groups, church groups, and other community service organizations that work to make the hometowns we serve better places to live. Utah Independent Bank, member FDIC. Hometown people, hometown spirit.